Definitely use the chat. All right, live YouTube. What is up? Barbed Wire Open Mic Series on YouTube. Freaking beautiful. Here we are. It is 2021. Can't believe it. This is the Stay at Home Open Mic Series presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, and we've been making. We've had this online platform available now since last April, and every Monday since then we've been able to come together and share a little bit of our art, our creativity, our frustrations, our passions. It's manifested into some really cool things. We've been able to connect with people from all over, from the East Coast, from nationally, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Central. We've got people who've joined us from other countries, definitely different time zones. And so, just really quick, I do want to introduce myself. My name is Richie Marrufo. I am the project director of the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are connected to a literary nonprofit organization based out of the border in El Paso, Texas, right next to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. And so it's a magical place. I really love it here. We've had a lot of events. And so since the pandemic, we've had to adapt and shift, adapt, change, overcome, just like everyone else. And so today we got a great show, our first show of 2021. I'm really excited to bring up, a bunch of returning performers and a couple new performers. And so, like always, the whole point is about the performer, so we're going to listen and show some love. I think that back in the day of live shows, we would clap, you could cheer, you can nod your head in approval, and you could still do some of those things. But now that we are digital, there are some things that might be more effective. And so if you are watching on YouTube right now, you might be watching live. If you're watching live with us, which might be rare, we just started, but I do encourage you guys to say hi in the chat, say hello. And if you're watching at some point in the future at a later date, just drop something in the comments. Say hello. What's your name? Where are you listening to us? Where are you listening to us from? And on top of that, as you listen to each performer, like, tell me your favorite lines. What lines shook you? What shook you to its core? What made your soul reverberate in your bones? What made you feel something? What inspired you? What made you cry? What made you laugh? These are all the things this is all very helpful feedback to a writer, to a performer. So, like that said, we want to show love to every performer. For everyone in the Zoom chat, you can show love by being visibly excited. Like, I like to do that. You usually don't want to unmute yourself. In fact, it's good protocol not to unmute your mic unless it's your turn to perform, or if you want to cheer for someone after they're done. Otherwise, it's just like taking the mic out of someone's hand during a performance. Probably don't want to be that person, do you? Anyway, we're gonna go and kick things off with one of our homies who's been joining us weekly from the East Coast, joining us from Maine. We have Mr. Brian Franco in the house, Generalissimo in the house, and welcome. Glad to see you here. 2021. Here we go. You ready to kick things off?
Yes, sir, I am.
Cool.
Okay, Don Marrufo, who is the head of the local mafia here in El Paso. You may not know that. You might think he's a minor college teacher or something like that, but he's not. He's a mafioso. So I'm going to start off with a little New Year haiku. 2021 is the year of the poet because it makes sense. I've got two brand new pieces. The first is called Why Nescafe Won a Consumer Product Council Excellence in Social Experimentation Award. Is your mind constantly wandering toward the gutter? Try Nescafe No More Dirty Thoughts Instant Lobotomy Powder, brought to you from the good people of the Nescafe Chemical Warfare Division. For a limited time, with each hermetically sealed dose of Nescafe No More Dirty Thoughts Instant Lobotomy Powder, receive a free German-made Gund brand stuffed bunny named Lenny and a copy of John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men, which your future caretaker can read you to sleep with every night. Next time your mommy says, "Get your mind out of the gutter, boy," tell her, "You got it, Mom." Nescafe No More Dirty Thoughts Instant Lobotomy Powder easily dissolves in any food-grade liquid beverage, including coconut milk. Comes with a flexible ear funnel or, for a nominal charge, a nostril double funnel for easier, more comfortable dosing. Just lie on your back and pour. If you play loud music, your mom will hear it and discover her child no longer exhibiting behavior that causes her severe anxiety. When she sees your Steinbeck book, she'll proclaim, "Thank God he wants to read something other than his dad's old Penthouse Forum paperbacks." Nescafe No More Dirty Thoughts Instant Lobotomy Powder also reforms wayward young ladies destined for a convent and porn-addicted hubbies. The only side effects of Nescafe No More Dirty Thoughts Instant Lobotomy Powder is fight-free family gatherings and fewer missing tube socks. Thank you. The next piece is called Out of the Blue. He was a professed purveyor of pornographic poetry. His verse was replete with lush, sophisticated, elegant, lowbrow sexual imagery other writers secretly wished they could create. Despite his penchant for smut, he was a truly kind individual, but sometimes he suffered from a congenital case of out of the blue motherfuckerness. Neither of his parents ever exhibited motherfuckerness, nor did any uncles, aunts, or siblings. The doctors had never seen such a mysterious occurrence of motherfuckerness, though they never said it officially or told him. His medical team believed he might have been switched accidentally by a famous alcoholic nurse in the hospital nursery that was officially responsible for 18 proven unintentional baby switches that was discovered after her death in a hot air balloon collapse. Of course, this fact was discovered at least a decade prior to the manifestation of his motherfuckerness. Because he was eventually named Poet Laureate of San Francisco, then California, and finally the USA, for which he read a poignant non-pornographic poem at the inauguration of President Drew Barrymore that resulted in a vocal bravo from the president and a standing ovation from a crowd of over 143,000 people. He became a spokesperson for Americans with out of the blue motherfuckerness, lending acceptance to a previously unknown condition most people ignorantly referred to as acting like an egregious asshole. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome, awesome, man. You kicked it off, man. 2021. You got it with the haiku. Love those pieces. Love the articulations.
Always try to remember when people just display their motherfuckerness, it is a mental illness.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, your motherfuckerness.
Shut your bleeping face, mother bleeper.
I can't help but think of Samuel Jackson in this case. I noticed your background. Are you back to your coconut monkey sculptures there?
I am, yes. It's very relaxing. When the monks let me come back, so it's wonderful.
When they let you come back, did you get banned? Did you get kicked out?
Well, there's a problem. There's this thing about a vow of silence, which I'm not very good at. But they said I'm the best monkey carver they have, and so they want to let me in at least 1 week out of every year to make monkeys. So.
All right, awesome. Yeah, you already kind of created the quotable thing. Now that's all we're seeing in the chat now. Cool. So for people who do want to connect with you, who haven't heard you before, or like listening on or watching on YouTube, want to see some of your work or follow you online, how can they do so?
Oh, how can they follow me? Well, let's see. It is on Facebook. It is Brian Ira Franco. And then on Instagram, it's GNRLSMO, and I will put that all in the chat for you, Don Marrufo.
We need to come up with a Biggie style song with the spelling out, because he always loved to spell out in his songs. So we'll work on that, and I'll work on that. All right, cool. Generalissimo.
I can't bring myself to getting the license plate yet, so.
little vanity for you, huh? Cool, man. Way to kick it off. That's normally how this goes. We got a bunch of performers lined up. If you are not signed up, we do have some people in the room that are not signed up yet. If you guys will kindly send me a little message in the chat and I can add you to the list, just let me know your name, your stage name, because I know sometimes the stage name is a whole other thing, and I want to make sure to get that right. Your genre, what you'll be performing. I know this is a very poetry heavy day or night, and where you're from. It's cool to give a shout out to that if you want to remain. If you want that to remain a mystery or keep that undisclosed, I love the mystery as well. So we're gonna keep going, guys. We have our first newcomer to the show of 2021, and I do want to go ahead and welcome our friend from Boston. We have John Wessick. All right, I got to make sure I pronounce that first correctly.
You actually pronounced it correctly. How about that? It's really great to join you. Here's a poem called My Mother's Ashes. She wanted them scattered in the Colorado mountains. So with burning eyes, I drive her remains through blinding desert, Vegas, Utah, to the place of my birth. Long dormant memories leach from my bones, pure air scented with pine and sun-baked dust, miles of tunnel cut through mountain, the front range embracing the horizon, green Sinclair gasoline brontosaurus, mica glittering in the rocks, my old aquamarine sleeping bag, needle-like trout bones caught in my throat, and smell of breakfast cooking on our brick grill. No ceremony needed. She was an atheist, but she deserves more than the slapstick of my father's scattering, searching for the right place. The Colorado River rushes between sheer metamorphic rock walls, nowhere to stop. Only the boring flats have parking. Finally, a turnout away from gawkers, not perfect, but good enough. A butter knife pries open the black box. I remove 2 pounds of fine gray ash in a plastic bag sealed with tie wrap and metal clamp. Knife cuts bag, ash dumps more than scatters. The bodhisattva of vegetarianism grants me an indulgence. I stop for barbecued ribs like those I loved as a child. Fingers greasy despite 4 paper towels, tongue probing meat caught between teeth. I now see my parents' early optimism, how they believed mountain-inspired decency would prevail. What happened? What happened? Here's a new piece called Crime Wave. I don't know about murder hornets, but I encountered loitering beetles as well as drunken, disorderly geese. You know what they say, when Canada sends its waterfowl, they don't send their best. They send hooligans, delinquents, and scofflaws, smuggling maple syrup and back bacon in their beats. I've called the police numerous times, but they won't do anything about squirrels shoplifting acorns from my front yard. They even let the black bear breaking and entering into my kitchen off with a warning. I didn't even bother reporting the blue jays' identity theft. With all the lewdness on those PBS nature documentaries, is it any wonder that white-tailed deer are embezzling zucchini from my garden while woodchucks engage in tax evasion? Thank God the murder hornets haven't made it here yet. The TV stories about manslaughter ants and assault and battery weevils are bad enough. Make my blood curdle. Mark my words, if we don't do anything, we'll end up with bighorn sheep selling crack cocaine on every corner. And one more. If I can find it. Here we go. Loose ends. So much I didn't tell you. Women shedding clothes on my birthday, plunging into the Pacific, waves glowing from luminous algae. How the mangosteen is the best fruit, except maybe for Japan's white peach or Pacific Northwest thimbleberries, tart, red. Shouts of shoe shine, and O'Hare Airport, an old guy pirouetting on rollerblades in a 7-Eleven parking lot, the Northwest Indian legend legend of a man turned into Siwash rock as a reward for generosity. The three sisters in Australia's Blue Mountains also turned to stone, this time by their shaman father who died in battle before reversing the spell. Cicadas big as hummingbirds, the sun rising on the right, a sandal big as a couch, radio station 3 Triple R taking curves along the great ocean road, Millie the wombat clawing a furrow in the dirt while I crooned and scratched her rump. Platanos rellenos, bananas filled with chicken, Lithuanian dumplings shaped like zeppelins, 20 kinds of empanadas in Argentina. In Spain, a tortilla is a potato omelet, and horchata is made with almonds, squid on a stick, kaiseki, sushi in tiny chest of drawers, a box of soy milk, hot in Macau, the pizza I cooked for Kyoko in a fish broiler, and Koji worrying I'd overcooked the ham, 6 small cups of strong oolong tea in Hong Kong, and the roar of the crowd at dim sum, a waitress raising her voice so I'd understand Mandarin, Farmer Yang who got a paltry $30 for discovering the terracotta warriors, the guide in a red Hard Rock Cafe Beijing t-shirt, listening to the Cranberries when we drove to Ningbo, an English teacher in a Mao jacket who lived in Louisiana but never saw New Orleans, Confucian scholars in Seoul waving the Red Army veteran who played me taped Estonian protest songs, Santiago's notorious beer thief, stray dogs and men walking, a dozen dogs each in Buenos Aires, Gardolito tangoing with Lauren in the park, a Mayan hammock peddler who taught me to say no, and Yucatec dreadlock teens doing capoeira somersaults in Geneva, the shy smile of a hotel owner herding a bunny into her kitchen, a monk with a gold tooth carrying an arrow in Kyoto, the woman who ran off to a Japanese train station and returned 10 minutes later with a map to my hotel, Kyoko's 80-year-old father bowing on my leaving his house of tatami, and Amida Buddha, please take care of yourself, bullfights in an ancient Colosseum in southern France, a Burger King by a Roman gate in Germany, bears in Bern, the fox in Jackie's garden, incomprehensible British phrases like traffic calming, midsummer night, a rowboat with a torch welcoming the sun after its brief dip under the Baltic, parks named for poets, poets on money, a Lydia dollar, language is the nation, the love of their newfound freedom, a bar and a sauna too, sauna, the physician of the poor, slut cars left there by a touring rock star, the owner's dog who went with him to scout film locations, Helsinki, Hong Kong, Moscow's double, Hong Kong, the smell of kerosene, the longest escalator in the world, red and blue plastic tarps everywhere, strolling on balmy November evenings, Hanoi Street, neon lights, dinner at an outdoor cafe, rolling down a hill in an inflated ball in Rotorua, and me, chief of the bus for a Maori ceremony, Mount Ruipea, white goddess, admiring her reflection in Lake Taupo. It's beautiful here, says Lauren. Let's stay. And thank you.
Oh man, mic drop. You just started going, you hit a rhythm, and you just kept at it. You took us all over the place, all over the world. I love it. I love it. Yo, everyone, unmute your mic. Make some noise right now for John.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
was
was good.
That's
how
you spit it.
Yeah.
That was
Nice. Misery Wombat.
Oh, so cool, man. And I dig the wallpaper. You know, I always gotta ask. You know, when they have it up there, you got the wombat. You had the wombat reference in this piece you just read. So what's up with wombats? You got a whole page dedicated to wombats on your page.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like them. They're kind of cute. You know, I first saw them, you know, that movie Walkabout, you know, about they showed the girl kind of woke up with the wombat in back of her. And I said, man, that's such a cute animal. So, you know, when I went to Australia, I had to see them. And, you know, it's kind of hard because they're nocturnal and they only come out at night. But I managed to see a couple of them. And so that's it. And I'll put a link to my website and a couple of links to books and things like that on the chat.
Right,
and if you
yeah.
want to talk to me, I'm just John Wessick on Facebook, just like it's spelled.
There you go. connect with John. I'm glad you were able to join us today, my friend. And as always, like anyone else, you're welcome back. We'd love to have you. He has 2 books available on Amazon. Check out the links that he's about to post and his website, johnwessick.com. Like I said, guys, share the stuff that you're working on. If you had a book out already, post the link, post it all over. I'll try and get it on the YouTube live chat. I got my whole battle station right now with monitors and different windows. I'm trying to like stay on track of everything. But John, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for kicking things off. I love this energy. Let's see. We're gonna go to Denver now. We're going from Boston to Denver. We're jet setting right now, just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and bring up our friend Mike Sindler. Mike in the house, and always
Hello.
interesting stuff.
Yes.
Happy
All
New
right.
Year. Welcome.
Hey, happy New Year to you and everyone here. As you know, as the new year comes around, whatever is 95 years old suddenly becomes um, the copyright restrictions go away. And this year, that means 1925. And there was just all kinds of good stuff in 1925. So feel free to go ahead and rip it off now. And in doing that, I just jotted off this little thing. It's called Daisy's Dilemma, a public domain day ditty. Boats against the current, bitches. Gatsby got in Daisy's britches. Such a shame he couldn't drive a car. That bump they hit was a hill too far. Yes, Myrtle's George shot old Jay, but Nick should have kept his damn mouth shut. And though the light still remains green, there's no going forward for a broken dream, ceaselessly born into the past. Some say Scotty's tale is unsurpassed, but if you ask me, the entire cast is a bunch of pompous horses' asses. And moving on, another sort of new piece here because I've been goofy lately. This is called No Line is a Script, with apologies to John Donne. No line is a script entire of itself. Every line is a piece of the concept, a part of the movie. If a word be cut away by the director, dialogue is the less. As well as if a monologue were, as well as if a scene of the protagonist or the love interest were. Any line's deletion diminishes me. And therefore, never ask to know for whom the credit rolls. It rolls for the damn producer. And one more little shorty here. This is not quite so new, but I was just looking at it the other day and thought, what the hell? True story. Bridge, Paris. On this bridge, poised paradox, oldest span named new. Sane beneath, sigh, sin and belief, sign. Amour's vital artery, heart in motion, beating against K. Rhythm of romance and ennui, gazing west past palaces. Twilight tears sense into illusion. Question hangs in air, cold, hard. River whispers answer. Most romantic city, wrong woman. Maybe next time. And I will put on the hat. And I know I've been doing a lot of punk poets and stuff like that, but we're going to go with one of my all-time favorites, Mr. William Carlos Williams. And this is surprisingly called January. Again, I reply to the triple winds running chromatic fifths of derision outside my window. Play louder. You will not succeed. I am bound more to my sentences the more you batter at me to follow you. And the wind, as before, fingers perfectly its derisive music. Okay, and I know you're going to ask, gee, where can we find you and all that? And I'm going to say,
I'm
oh,
looking.
you
I'm
can't
looking.
find me. And what do you want me to plug? And so I'm going to again say, maybe you can see this.
There you go.
This is lighthousewriters.org, which is the most wonderful writers center here in Denver, Colorado, but everything is virtual now. So you can take classes. I got one starting next week that I'm going to be taking that I'm very excited about. But there are classes and workshops and events and all kinds of neat stuff. And so, like I said, it's just lighthousewriters.org. Give it a look. I'm going to put it in the chat. And thanks, everybody. Great to be here with you in the new year.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Way to kick things off. Appreciate you, man.
Woo!
Unmute yourselves. Yeah, make some noise from Mike. Thanks again, Mike. Cool.
Woo-woo.
Yeah, lighthousewriters.org. Super great. If any of you guys have taught any workshops or taken workshops from them, leave a comment. Like, say a little something in the chat. How was your experience? Let us know. I'm always interested to learn more about anything having to do with writing, and I'm sure you guys are too. So definitely check that out. And you don't have to travel to Denver to take part because, it's online now. So that's super cool. So definitely check that stuff out. Again, we are live on YouTube. So if you guys have anyone that is interested in maybe watching an event like this, definitely share that link with everyone. What's up, Matthew? Matthew in the house. Glad you made it back, my friend. You are signed up and we will get you on. If you do want to perform and you're not signed up yet, I did leave a link as well in the Zoom chat. Make sure to get on that and I will adjust as needed. But I'm going off the list right now. And next up, we have another newbie to the online open mic, but they are most certainly not new to the open mic. They've performed several times and each time they killed it because she's just got such a great, personality, and I love getting to see what she's going to share today. I did an awesome cover. I remember at Gufo de Milano, debuted at a nice coffee shop, Salt and Honey, and this is her debut at the online open mic. Guys, let's go ahead and make some noise, get loud, and welcome for the first time. We got Shayna Summers in the house. Shayna, welcome.
Thanks. So I hadn't been writing for a while, and then I had always written about love and love stories because I like to do that. And so the first thing I wrote this year was just a love story to myself, and it is so short. And so I'm only going to read 2 poems today too. So the first one just says, "Darling, you have been so strong. Now go be happy. Change circumstance through state of mind and just be happy. Whatever this year brings or takes, will you be happy? I know you're brave and good and kind. You can be happy." So that was my love story to myself. And And this next one, okay, I just wrote this afternoon, which is why I then signed up for the open mic because I was like, I'm gonna try this. I've never done anything like this before. So this is kind of a love story though. Gotta stay with what you know. Okay, so this is called Did You Know? People like to ask her why she's single, but did you know that most heart attacks happen on a Monday? And that a healthy heart is roughly the size of a fist and beats 100,000 times, pumping 14,000 liters of blood without any breaks for a lifetime. Her heart breaks like stars, multiplying and scattering throughout her body like a galaxy of tiny little hearts flickering with every beat. And speaking of beating, did you know that the sound of your heart, listen, can you hear that? Is caused by the valves of your heart opening and closing. No, I can't make this up. Listen, open and close, open and close. Has a nice rhythm. But the sound of her heart breaking was like footsteps. See, she would open the door and let him in, and he would throw off her rhythm. So instead of open and close, it was always in and out, and in and out, and in and out, in and out, in and out, stop. And then silence. When for a moment the stars lost their shine, sudden cardiac arrest. Did you know that a history of irregular heartbeats will put you at risk for a heart attack? Now ask her again why she's single. That's it. I know, I'm ridiculous.
Oh man, I forgot where my unmute button was. I was just checking my heartbeat. Hold on a second.
Thanks
Awesome, yo,
the audience because you couldn't.
I feel the love.
yo, unmute yourselves. Make some noise for Shayna. Awesome.
Thanks, Richie.
Recognize.
Oh, please come back. Any Monday you're free, come through, come share somewhere. You wrote that today?
Yeah, this afternoon. I've been
love it.
studying heart failure for work, so it's like,
Goes hand in hand, right?
make it work.
Yeah, very good. So really quick, I know that you just created a dope brand new Instagram page for your poetry. Do you wanna throw that out there so we can follow you?
Yeah, it's mostly just little micro poems, but it's chapstick and lotion. And it's called Chapstick and Lotion, which I don't care what you think about that name, okay? I've heard all kinds of stuff and I don't care.
Yikes.
That is what made sense to me at the time. And then it was like, well, I can't change it now. So here we are. And so yeah, it's at Chapstick and Lotion. I just post like little micro poems or sometimes pieces of writing that like either wasn't developed or couldn't fit on a tiny little square.
Awesome. No, I dig it. I like what you've been doing so far with it. And I just one more time, I just gotta ask because I feel like I should know. Do you have a background in theater?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always gotta ask because like it's kind of obvious as soon as someone starts like up there and their body becomes part of the presentation and there's the voice is so dynamic. I dig it. So yeah, awesome, Shayna. It also reminded me of many years back when I was on the El Paso Poetry Slam team. We went to Albuquerque for the Southwest Shootout.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
so
from Albuquerque,
intense.
but it wasn't
Oh, yeah?
me. Yeah, but it was
But
Y'all are talking about Burke. That's where I live.
Marissa,
Yeah,
yes, I got you
love
signed
it.
up too. Oh,
Yes.
Albuquerque gets down.
The 505, yes.
Our close neighbors, it's a quick drive, but I do want to like share a memory as part of the Southwest Shootout. It's a big poetry slam event, and so poets from all around the Southwest, kind of as far as Louisiana, and all the way up, and
Cool.
some places in Colorado, in California, I think even some people showed up. But one of the poets from Utah, Salt Lake City, RJ Walker, he used to be a paramedic, and he had a poem too that he used his expertise from his field as a paramedic, and he did an awesome poem too about love and the heart and romance and heartbreak. And I wonder if it's online anymore, but RJ Walker is dope.
I have to look. RJ Walker. I had to write his name down.
He's on some like bun poetry videos and stuff as well. Like I think he works a lot in humor as well as kind of one of his themes.
Say sidebar before you go, Richie. You know what I learned today?
What's that?
I posted it. I posted it because I was so shocked. Did you think about this the next time that you brush your teeth? That is the only exposed part of your skeleton. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good way to not
Go
sleep
ahead.
at night.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice, yeah.
On that, I leave you.
Oh, you're like, I'm gonna leave off with this. Okay, thank you. Awesome. It's good to have you here. Yeah, please come back and let's see, what was it that just completely threw me off from everything. And like, show me your skeleton, let's see, where are we? Yeah, I've got Marissa signed up now. I got a couple people being signed up. If you haven't signed up yet, there's some links in the chat. Make sure you get on there so I can call you up a little bit later in the show. So check it out. We're gonna go ahead and go. And by the way, Shayna's out of El Paso. Had to mention it. Also mentioned the Burke connection. But we're gonna go ahead and go back to Washington D.C. where I don't know how are the streets right now in Washington D.C. because some crazy stuff is getting ready to happen. But either way, aside of that, like Ed Charmer here has promised to come through on some explosive poetry. Ed, how you doing, man? Welcome back.
Richie? It's good to be back. It's pretty okay, but we already have a notification for people to not be in on Wednesday because of the rallies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm here to say probably just 3 poems, 2 short and 1 long. The short one is called Scarlet, Glass Scarlet. I'm sorry to ask, but do I still have feelings for you? I'm slowly drowning in sadness and not knowing what to say or do. Our love is just a faded memory like a plastic bag in the wind, hoping one day to be free and transcend. In the beginning, it was peaceful, but now a complete tragedy. I never mean to serve a queen of misery. Drinking the pain away, wishing it was you. Now I'm dizzy, heartbroken, and singing the deep blues. I wish it was the past where I used to belong like a fish at water. But now you quickly blame me without sympathy. I'm not psychic, but I've foreseen that you never loved me. Depressed lover, wishing it was a dream. Gift, time, and jewelry vanishing into dust while my iron heart goes into rust. Sweetie, you used to be my blissful daydream, but now you're my howling nightmare. Would I tell you this face to face? Not if I was dared. I cry tears of milk for my lovely, majestic, beautiful ghost, while my time and effort cook like Sunday's roast. Your face was sparkling diamond, but now cold as steel. Our grudge, rage, and scars can never heal. Sometimes I laugh at my own ironic empathy. I can't believe I'm in love with a machine. I predicted our fate becoming forever sealed. I thought our love for each other was real. Thank you. Okay, I got one more. I got one other more. Thank you. This is called Eternal Sunflower. Your warm embrace suffocates my abyss. Your heavenly grace, my minutes of bliss. Your unworldly pace, my sunlight kiss. Your diamond face with a unique wish. Your smooth trance with radiant bliss. You're a comet in space with beauty I reminisce. Thank you. And I have one other more. This is called Sweet Nightingale. You haunt my dreams, you playful daydream. You heavenly ice cream, you twilight gleam. You majestic supreme, you youthful sunbeam. Your calming moonbeam, you beautiful theme. Your silky stream, you radiant beam. You rainbow stream, you make my heart scream. Thank you.
Nice, man. You make
Thank
my
you.
heart
Thank you.
scream.
Woo, woo, woo. All right, Eddie.
Wild
Woo!
thing. Yeah, make some noise for Ed here. Ed
Thank you.
Charmer.
Thank you. You guys are a wonderful audience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. So you know how this goes, man. How can we connect with you or support your work online?
Oh, of course. I'll show it on the chat. And whenever you guys are around, I can show you around Washington, D.C. I understand it's a crazy place on the news, but everything's friendly.
Awesome. So wait, did you type something in the chat? I missed something.
And my IG.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. IG. Oh, I see coming with the IG.
And Richie's the man with the plan.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Much love. Thank you for joining us on this 2021. We're gonna be doing this thing as long as we need to, and even after we don't, we might just keep this alive in one way or another. So I love the connections that we're making here. If I'm in DC, man, I'm gonna hit you up. Okay, just be ready when it's safe to do so. Obviously, I'm already like planning my trips to New York and LA. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, hitting up all the peeps. Like, where can I hit you up? Where's the spot tonight? Where can we go catch some cool poetry or an art show or something? That's the way to do it. Yeah, we're making friendships to last us past all this pandemic and everything else. All right, cool. Ed Charmer, much love, man. I'm glad you made it today. We're gonna go from DC back to El Paso, Chuco Town. That's the nickname if you didn't know, El Chuco. We got the man with the master plan, to quote Ed from right now. He is the title holder of 100% attendance, and also helpful in many ways, including adding timestamps and introducing the cover poem sensation, plus throwing on the hat. When doing so, we've got the trendsetter, hell of a vendetta, Mr. Sports Writer, Mr. Monday Night, Kit Ren. Make some noise for Kit.
The passion assassin.
Yes, I am all of those things. The timekeeper, I like that one. That's got a vaguely mystical thing to it. All right. Three of mine, you've heard them before, but I retooled bits of them. So you haven't heard this one before. Or, you know what? I can't live your life. I can't tell you what you know or what you don't know. But three of mine and then the cover. A sudden dark thought propels me to send a message to a friend saying, I just want to make sure nobody spirited you off the streets of Portland into an unmarked van tonight. When she replies quickly, I'm able to pretend that it is a dark joke and not a mental image that I have had and can't shake even as we continue to talk. She also kids on the square. She says she is too asthmatic to risk exposure to tear gas, no matter how close to her heart or her doorstep the conflict reaches. In this moment, I am briefly thankful for social media for taking all of the panic out of our panicked missives, for turning my frightened whelps into nervous chuckles. We laugh at death to make him feel bad about himself. We want to demotivate him, make him move with a slower, more predictable gait. If we keep it up, we will make him resent his job and half-ass it. We will keep doing that even after it has been proven not to work, even after the tests come back and the low-grade fevers get closer and closer to my hermetic circle. Perhaps death has never actually been able to distinguish between mockery and encouragement and reads all of our words in the same flat tone. Perhaps I should not let my heart whisper furtive squirts of succor, but let it blast in a steroidated pump and a rhythmia loud enough to set off car alarms, to give all the people fighting urgent fights one secure moment, to disorganize the destroyers and acolytes of death for just long enough. I'm not that powerful. I fear I am not equal to this moment. I know the people who are. I trust them with my affirming light. They live in the mountains. They hang hammocks with each end on a saguaro. They walk all day in forests without getting lost. They know that I know them. They know that I need them. They too fight the silence and aim their heartbeats carefully. There you go. And another one. Yeah, these are sad. Sorry, everyone. Whatever. Yeah. I used to find comfort in the myth of a secret genius. I accepted that I would be unknown in my own time and sought joy in the thought of being discovered 50 years. Archivists and academics would then argue if I was born too early or too late. In either case, the consensus would write that my timing was an issue. No chance of being disappointing in person, or of being disappointed by the class of persons who wanted to meet me. No need to advocate for myself in a crowded room. No crowds, no rooms. To secure a legacy with little or no effort must be at the root of all writerly ambition. But what to do until all the posthumous accolades? Gather these all together and do what with them? Stare at them? Pet them like a house cat. Set a doily in front of them and imitate the hiss of steam as I tip an empty teapot into an empty cup. As nothing is refined, as nothing gets better or edited or changed than the act of being heard, because to interpret is also to create? Am I so cruel to deny you your place in this partnership? I was trying to do without being, overcorrecting for the times a brasher and lazier self tried to be without doing. A false choice. I must do and be. I must seek crowded rooms and command them. I must tweak and adjust constantly. I must do and be. I must be in and of. I must, am, I will, was, in all tenses, slightly tense internally. But then I released it. It's yours now. I am not going back to that eager tune. There is no such thing as writing alone. There is no such thing as living alone. Until you hear this, it will not be finished.
Because by someone else hearing it, it means that it's real and it's there.
Yeah. And they might have a different idea of what I mean, and that might sound better to me than what I meant. Okay, last one of mine, and then anyway. We are all driving backward and blind in cars with broken telemetry and trick mirrors. We made a way out and through to stop hurting friends and redirecting strangers. I need to know all the things that could happen. I will make a map of their features, a feat of social cartography. I don't need to climb the mountain like Edmund Hillary did, but I would like to know where its shadow stops. There are more features and fissures by the minute, more places and things to be. Everybody has ditched the binary, and it follows then that the 4 cardinal directions will also fly away. And we should all move towards our fates diagonally. You get many chances to make a map, more than with a book or a life. You are not married to your mistakes. This room used to house a dragon and a floating compass rose. Now it has beer cans, Christmas cards, and other things that can't hurt me anymore. My map will get better with every iteration. It will populate with fine details like a rabbit warren. Hills will rise in its blank spaces, enjoining valleys between endless plains that will meet the edges of cities, and the imagined corners of the flat earth will bend and fold, lose their sharp angle, and eventually meet. All right, and now, thank y'all. Now it's resolution time, and everyone's thinking of things to do. But before you think of things to do, you should just sort of ask the first question. And this is a poem that I think does that. This is The Summer Day by Mary Oliver. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who was eating sugar out of my hand, who was moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?
Nice, man. Yeah, great selection there. Resolution for revolution. Yo, I also thinking is that a Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football T-shirt?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Hawaii Rainbow
man.
Warriors. They got to
I
bring it
remember
back.
I remember them watching them play the Miners back in the day
Yeah.
of the whack. Whack.
Those were
Yo,
the
you got
days.
that nice, beautiful card there that you want to
I
display with all that cool info stuff?
I do indeed. You can find me on Instagram at Kit Renaway, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. You wouldn't know it from meeting me the first time, but I think a lot about sports and about football specifically, and that's where Kofi.com/KitRed comes in, because there's a lot of essays about a lot of games. You can look for me on Facebook. If I recognize the name, I'll add you. If I don't, I won't. If you feel like chipping something into the tip jar, my PayPal is connected to my email address. And something I didn't have written down, a lot of us are familiar with Tumbleworks, the Saturday afternoon writing workshop. I am going to be hosting it on February 6th. The title of it is Against Love Poetry. So I'll have something in store for y'all to write with and write to.
Perfect, man. You're such a mainstay. Like I said, you got the championship belt, 100% attendance. You have to share it with Dan though. It's more of like a tag team belt at this point, you know. People are gunning for it, but much love, man. Definitely support Kit and those websites, and he mentioned Tumblewords. I noticed that a lot of people, a few people who've been coming to these have been joining Tumblewords. It is a writing workshop held every Saturday from 1 to 3. It's 1 to 3 now, right? I think.
Yeah, 1 to 3.
1 to 3. Okay.
That's
So-
Mountain Time, so adjust
Mountain
for wherever
Time.
you are.
Exactly. Mountain time. I call it Chuco time. No, I don't say Chuco time. Like every other like self-prescribed time always means like it's kind of more later. But no, definitely hit it up. It is online. So it's nice again to connect with people. That one's it's nice. It just kind of forces you to write. I think a lot of us need that sometimes. I personally sometimes like stop because I feel like we have this myth. We tend to romanticize creation, that has to be perfect the first time, and that's just not simply true. Just put stuff out there, so it helps you put stuff and it helps you create stuff. All right, I feel like I glitched there, so I want to give a shout out to people right now listening into the chat. Sandy is like our MVP on the chat, always tuning in every week and leaving comments for all the poets. Good listener, awesome poet herself. She's read like once or twice here before, and I really like she comes with like that gothic style with a unique voice. So shout out to Sandy on YouTube right now. Also shout out to Denise. Denise is always here performing. Couldn't make it tonight, but is listening in on YouTube. So I just wanted to send some love your way. If you guys are listening, send some spirit or energy your way towards Denise. We got a couple other homies here. Hombre de Chuco. That's right, man. My friend, Chuco Town. We're going to keep going. We're going to go ahead and go from Chuco to the middle of a cornfield in Iowa. And I'm only saying that because that's how he wrote it down in the location. He's been here before, and I think his internet might be a little bit better today. We have Matthew Marroquin in the house. Matthew. Let me see. Are you still here with us? There you are.
Really hope my internet's being better. It's like a little bit laggy right now. I think it's okay.
It looks way better than last time, so take it away, man.
All right. I'm going to start off with a haiku because, got to do that general type of style. Is there a chimney for Santa to go down at ice border centers? Okay. Now another poem. Michael over here like dying. Okay. This one's called Halloween 2021. It ain't Halloween season, but for me, it's always Halloween season. So this is for y'all that love Halloween. Halloween 2021. It's 2021 and you're walking down the block with the pumpkin baskets, the one with the wire handle from Dollar Tree. Last year, you were at a Halloween party despite the situation. This year, you're begging for candy. The neighborhood residents, some still wearing masks like you and some not, ask, aren't you a little too old to trick or treat? It's for my brother, you say. You know he can't be outside. You go home and leave the pumpkin basket in your brother's bed. He was forced to stay isolated all of 2020, but you still played with him after Halloween last year. He was not even allowed to get the decade-old hard candies from your neighbor's porch last year, or the king-size bars from the big house at the end of the street. That's why you went to trick-or-treating for him today, instead of going to the party like last year. Instead of playing with him after like last year, instead of hugging the bottom of clouds and saying that you felt like the sun even though you were underneath like last year. If only your maskless self didn't make that his last year. Maybe he'd be able to enjoy these candies with you today. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a do that.
Yeah, damn. That was gorgeous.
Cool, man. Cool. Wait, did you say that was it? Did you have one more? I missed that.
That's all I got.
That's it.
For
All
this
right.
one. Those are
I'm
my
gonna
new
spit that
pieces.
fire, and I'm gonna leave you wanting more. Actually, that's the way to do it. So, man, yeah, this is way better. Last week we lost you, man. You glitched out, and it paused, and we could barely see you and hear you, which was a shame because I know you had awesome poetry, man. So it was really good to see you this time. And I was, thinking of Stan Lee. You got his love for alliteration, right, with all the names, right? And you got Matthew again. So how can people hearing you follow your work online and support your work?
I mean, I'm pretty sure almost everyone here has me on something, except for Michael Sindler, because he doesn't have anything. But, but I'm pretty sure everybody. I'll put in the chat though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Cool, man. Glad you're here. And I'm glad it worked today, man. I'm still gonna hit you up though to do a web redemption from the last time, just so we can put it online on our platform and stuff. And I know you've got so much more cool stuff, so we look forward to come through, man. Whenever anytime you're through, Vita Marokin. This is also not just for people here, but people watching on YouTube who are watching this Dame, like, oh, I really like his stuff, and they can follow you. And just look up your name, man. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Vida Marokin. You can see the last name right there. That's my Insta. My name is just my name on Facebook. If you want to find me there.
Perfect, man. Perfect. I love your energy, man. It's feed some of that to some of us, man. This one can run kind of late sometimes, so sometimes you start to hear people snoring on the other end. It's cool. We're here. Cheers. Funny, man. Funny. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna keep going. All right, we're going from Midwest all the way to LA, La La Land, Mr. Los Angeles. We got Tesosomok in the house.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Good. I am not going to cap on Michael Sindler, so I'm gonna appreciate his odes. So I have a couple of short pieces, and then I was gonna do a cover piece because I really liked the author. So let's jump in and do a short one called "Turning Away." The leaves turned in that autumn as a door closed behind. In Minnesota winter, wind blew, freezing the tears as they rolled off. It was the sound of the door slamming, reminding of solitude forthcoming. A gaggle of geese passed overhead, leaving behind the broken, dried nest of spring and summer. Memories nipping the dry, rusted leaves from maple trees. It was still the sound of the slamming door that brought forth the reality of winter coming. So that's that piece. The next is titled Street Vendor. And this was published in '94 in the San Fernando Poetry Journal. And the previous one, I believe, also was published there. So Freeway Street Vendor. The years pass like bags of oranges being sold from a shopping cart. At least that is what I say. Yes, I've sold oranges for many years, too many to count, and those years have passed like the harvest of oranges. Some have been sweet, yellow, golden, like the time I asked for Maria's hand in marriage. Others have been sour and green, like the time the council tried banning us from selling on the streets. Some seasons have been small and cold, leaving me to do other work away from my oranges and the freeway. But a street vendor knows that he has but a few months to sell a harvest of bright golden oranges. And this year, it's a good harvest because my wife will give birth and we will have harvested our love. So that's that piece. And then this next one is titled Meditation on Driving San Fernando Road Steel Tracks, also published in San Fernando Poetry Journal back in '94. The city has been divided by tracks, a metal track that cuts the city into pieces, pieces of history, family pieces, and money pieces. Decades ago, ribbons were cut promising to make this city bigger, better, prosperous. On this track and this evening, in the evenings, history disappears. No Dixieland bands, no speeches, just the sound of RTD buses hitting the tracks too fast. The men and women gather by an old barrel, light a fire from broken down loading pallets. Some in the city complain of the fire hazard, others of the loud laughter, still others of their tattered clothes and carton-loaded carts. A young man sits with them by the barrel, still too hopeful to be here. But there he is, twirling a giant ratchet and socket. Click, click. He gets up, leaves an empty Jack Daniels bottle. One man says to the other, "That young man has lost his house. He's not ready for the streets," says the other. The 10:30 used to be a train, but no more. It too has suffered from the cold steel. Now it too has been cut by the tracks of a young man and his ratchet and socket. Click, click, click. All right, and then I'm gonna jump into my cover piece. So this is I really like the storytelling on this. So if I was to say what's the takeaway from here, is how magnificent the storytelling is on this piece. And this is titled, it's another Barry Lopez piece titled The Raven. I'm going to have to start at the other end by telling you this. There are no crows in the desert. What appear to be crows are ravens. You must examine the crow, however, before you can understand the raven. To forget crow completely, as some have tried to do, would be like trying to understand the one who stayed without talking to the one who left. It is important to make note of who has left the desert. To begin with, the crow does nothing alone. He cannot abide silence, and he is prone to stealing things, twigs and bits of straw from the nest of his neighbors. It is a game with him. He enjoys tricks. If he cannot make up his mind, the crow will take 2 or 3 wives, but this is not a game. The crow is very accommodating and he admires compulsiveness. Crows will live in street trees and the residential areas of great cities. They will walk at night on the roofs of parked cars and peck at grit. They will scrape the pinpoints off their talons across the steel, and with their necks outthrust, watch for frightened children listening in their beds. Put all this to the raven. He will open his mouth as if to say something. Then he will look the other way and say nothing. Later, when you have forgotten, he will tell you he admires the crow. The raven is larger than the crow and has a beard of black feathers at his throat. He is careful to kill only what he needs. Crows, on the other hand, will search out the great horned owl, kick and punch him awake, and then for roosting too close to their nest, they will kill him. They will come out of the sky on a fat, hot afternoon and slam into the head of a dozing rabbit and go away laughing. They will tear out a whole row of planted corn and eat only a few kernels. They will defecate on scarecrows and go home and sleep with 200,000 of their friends in an atmosphere of congratulation. Again, it is only a game. This should not be taken to mean that they are evil. There is, however, this. When too many crows come together on a roost, there is a lot of shoving and noise, and a white film begins to descend over the crows' eyes, and they go blind. They fall from their perches and lie on the ground and starve to death. When confronted with this information, crows will look past you and warn you vacantly that it is easy to be misled. The crow flies like a pigeon. The raven flies like a hawk. He is seen only at a great distance and then not very clearly. This is true of the crow too. But if you are very clever, you can trap the crow. The only way to be sure that you have seen a raven is to follow him until he dies of old age and then examine the body. Once there were many crows in the desert. I am told it was like this. You could sit back in the rocks and watch a pack of crows working over the carcass of a coyote. Some would eat, the others would try to squeeze out the vultures. The raven would never be seen. He would be at a distance alone, perhaps eating a scorpion. There was at this time a small alkaline water hole at the desert's edge. Its waters were bitter. No one but crows would drink there, although they drank sparingly, just 1 or 2 sips at a time. One day, a raven warned someone about the dangers of drinking bitter water and was overheard by a crow. When a word of this passed among the crows, they felt insulted. They jeered and raised insulting gestures to the ravens. They bullied each other into drinking the alkaline water until they had drunk the whole dry and gone blind. The crows flew into canyon walls and dove straight into the ground at 40 miles an hour and broke their necks. The worst of it was their cartwheeling across the desert floor, stiff wings outstretched, beaks agape, wide eyes ballooning, surprising rattlesnakes hidden under sage bushes out of the noonday sun. The snakes awoke, struck, and held. The wheeling birds strew them across the desert like sprung traps. When all the crows were finally dead, the desert bacteria and fungi bored into them, burrowed through bone and muscle, through aqueous humor and feathers until they had reduced the stiff limbs of soft black to blue dust. After that, there were no more crows in the desert. The few who watched from a distance took it as a sign and moved away. Finally, there is this. One morning, 4 ravens sat at the edge of the desert, waiting for the sun to rise. They had been there all night, and the dew was like beads of quicksilver on their wings. Their eyes were closed, and they were as still as the cracks in the desert floor. The wind came off the snow-capped peaks to the north and ruffled their breath feathers. Their talons arched in white earth, and they smoothed their wings with sleek, dark bills. At first light, their bodies swelled and their eyes flashed purple. When the dew dried on their wings, they lifted off from the desert floor and flew away in 4 directions. Crows would never have had the patience for this. If you want to know more about the raven, bury yourself in the desert so that you have a commanding view of the high basalt cliffs where he lives. Let only your eyes protrude. Do not blink. The moment will alert the raven to your continued presence. Wait until a generation of ravens has passed away. On the new generation, there will be at least one bird who will find you. He will see your eyes staring up off the desert floor. The raven is cautious, but he is thorough. He will sense your peaceful intentions. Let him have the first word. Be careful. He will tell you he knows nothing. If you do not have the time for this, scour the weathered desert shacks for some signs of the raven's body. Look under old mattresses and beneath loose floorboards. Look behind walls. Sooner or later, you will find a severed foot. It will be his and it will be well preserved. Take it out in the sunlight, examine it closely. Notice that there are 3 fingers that face forward and a 4th, the longest, like a thumb that faces to the rear. The instrument will be black, but no longer shiny. The back of it sheathed in armor plate and underside padded like a wolf's foot. At the end of each digit, you'll find a black curved talon. You will see that the talons are not as sharp as you might have suspected. They are made to grasp and hold fast, not to puncture. They are more like jaws of a trap than a fistful of ice picks. The subtle difference serves the raven well in the desert. He can weather a storm on a barren juniper limb. He can pick up, examine the crow's eye without breaking it.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn,
That's how I
boy.
felt too. Make some noise. I'll mute yourself. Make some noise. This also mock. Spin
Man,
some
that
raven
is some
tales.
storytelling, dude.
I love that. The Raven. Yeah. I always think of Poe, and then they're so smart. Yeah, we had a cool convo in the chat all about it. And I was also saying in the desert we also have Coyote, the trickster. You know, super
Yeah.
like wily. So really quick, I love your background.
Thank you, sir. I
As
like yours
always.
too.
Yeah, it's super great. So really quick, how can people watching on YouTube or people who are just encountering you for the first time? By the way, El Profe, right? Class was in session. You always have something you can look up later and learn a little bit on, something to dive into. How can we connect with you?
So you can follow me at Instagram at Gaseous2019. I'll put it in the chat, and then also on Facebook under Gaseous2019. If you like my work, you can pick up my book on Amazon. The title is Gaseous. And I would really appreciate it. I don't need your money. I just need you to buy my book. And then again, you know, this is in memory of our dearly departed Barry Lopez, who passed away on Christmas. And by the way, so if you guys are having a problem getting your book out, his last book took 30 years to get it done. So, and he struggled quite a bit with it, but you can understand like why it took so long. I mean, the guy is just everything is so economical, and the storytelling is just amazing. So I highly recommend his work from a storytelling perspective if you are want to learn how to be a good story.
Good story what? I need to know. A good story what? A story shaker?
He definitely is
Story
somebody that-
faker? All right, I'm just kidding. Dramatic pause. That's what I call the pauses. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. I had to take his place. Nice background, right?
You bet.
Good stuff. I'm accidentally muted. Yeah. Gaseous 2019. Thank you, Mr. Desalsa Mock. Class is in session. I gotta like do a whole like. By the way, yeah, my theme lately has been stealing backgrounds. Like in the after party, if you leave your seat, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna copy, do a screenshot, and then take it, make it my own. So terrible. Ravens do that. Mm-hmm. You know, they observe. So does Bruce Lee. He observes what's useful and makes it his own. Discards what is useless. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, that was dumb. Okay, we're gonna come back to Chuco Town. We got Lee MS in the house. Lee is one of our treasures here at the open mic, just as all of you are. We're opening a treasure chest on Monday nights, and so now is the time for Lee MS to glow and to shine. Go and take it away, Lee.
Hey, so I have, as per usual, something old, something new, something borrowed. So the old stuff, this is called Posesiones, and it has a translation as well. Te encontraré nuevamente en la mitad de la noche. Veré tu sombra en mis paredes acechando mis desasosiegos. Te veré tal vez extendiéndote en el rabillo de mis ojos y descenderás sobre mí cuando el sol en la ventana me ciegue. Te encontraré nuevamente tus múltiples garras en mi garganta, hurgando entre mis cuerdas vocales en búsqueda de un quejido, un alarido o el llanto. Te encontraré nuevamente, lo sabré cuando no encuentre palabras, cuando falte ganas de todo, cuando sentir sea solo pesadumbre o me cruce por la mente un eterno descanso. Y es que siempre vuelves, de puntitas, entre susurros, y no me doy cuenta que entras sino hasta verme otra vez en cama, casi muerto, casi vivo, en un estado medio donde ganas sobran y ganas faltan. Soy producto de posesiones, y cada vez que te encuentro, asfixiante, doliente, incesante, mudo pieles y huesos y me convierto poco a poco en tus fantasmas. Sé que vendrás nuevamente porque hay veces que te extraño, porque hay días en los que das más de lo que quitas, y porque ya he estado tanto tiempo debajo de esta carne que es difícil exorcizarte sin que te lleves parte de mí. Te encontraré nuevamente, de eso estoy seguro. Translation, this is possessions. I'll find you again in the middle of the night. I'll see your shadows on my walls haunting my unease. I'll see you perhaps stretching from the corner of my eyes, and you'll descend over me when the sunlight entering through my window blinds me. I'll find you again with your claws around my throat, rummaging through my vocal cords in search of a moan, a howl, or a whimper. I'll find you again. I'll know it when I run out of words, when I run out of will to do anything, when feeling just causes grief, or when the thought of eternal rest crosses my mind. And you always come back, tiptoeing towards me between breaths, and I do not notice until I find myself trapped in my bed, almost dead, almost alive, in a middle stage where there's a will, but it is lacking. I'm a product of possessions, and every time that I find you suffocating, hurting, incessant, I shed skin and bones, and turn little by little into ghosts of you. I know I will find you again, because sometimes I miss you, because there's days where you give more than you take, and because I've spent so much time underneath this skin that it's so difficult to exorcise you without you taking parts of me. I'll find you again, of that I'm sure. So that was something old. Something new, I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I wrote it, finished it off around 10 minutes ago. It's called Selling Various Auto Parts, 1989 model, minimal rust, only serious inquiries. I know it's noon because the body knows it's noon. The vessel's fuel is depleting in the check engine gas tank, and some extra legs are turning bright. A change of chemicals increase what's missing and decrease the rust, enough to keep running for a few more hours down the empty highways of this desert. I am not the sum of all the broken parts. Then again by 5, right as the winter sun begins to hide behind the horizon. The vessel hides its own sun again behind closed eyelids. It thinks, but it does not remember it does until it refuels. The uncertainty of it never running on again keeps me from letting it rest. So I move it off to the side of the road, engine running, fumes seeping through the window shields as I forget to think again. Then repeat. How much would its scraps be worth? So that was something new. And then something borrowed, Rishi. You shared, I think it was last week, the antidotes to fear of death.
Yes,
and yeah. I translated it for today. So this is Antídotos para el miedo a la muerte. Algunas veces, como un antídoto para el miedo a la muerte, me como las estrellas. Esas noches, acostada sobre mi espalda, las succiono de la sofocante oscuridad hasta tener todas dentro de mí, picosas y afiladas. Algunas veces me revuelco en un universo aún joven, aún caliente cual sangre. No espacio exterior, solo espacio. La luz de todas las estrellas no nacidas a la deriva como bruma luminosa y todos nosotros y todo ya ahí, pero sin las restricciones de tener forma. Y algunas veces es suficiente acostarse aquí en la tierra, al lado de nuestros largos huesos ancestrales, caminar por pisos del adoquín de nuestros cráneos descartados, cada uno como un tesoro, una crisálidas, pensando, lo que sea que haya dejado estos capullos han volado en alas luminosas. So it was my translation, and the original one, I'm just going to read it in the case you never heard it. I never heard it before. Then Rishi read it last week, and it just resonated. And the original is by Rebecca Elson. Antidotes to Fear of Death. Sometimes as an antidote to fear of death, I eat the stars. Those nights, lying on my back, I suck them from the quenching dark till they are all inside of me, pepper hot and sharp. Sometimes instead, I steer myself into a universe still young, still warm as blood. No outer space, just space. The light of all the not yet stars drifting like a bright mist, and all of us and everything already there, but unconstrained by form. And sometimes it's enough to lie down here on earth, beside our long ancestral bones, to walk across the cobble fields of our discarded skulls, each like a treasure, like a chrysalis, thinking whatever left these husks flew off on bright wings.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. A little bit of astronomy with the poetry, huh?
That was gorgeous. That was beautiful. All of it. Lee.
Yeah, I love your updated setup. Every time I see him, like, that's looking nice with the light background and everything. Man, so I gotta say, like, since there's a lot of new people here and also people who probably didn't experience this, one of the coolest after parties we ever had at the open mic was when Lee shared like your collection of like bugs and like like what is it, preserved, right? How would you call it?
Not wet preserves. Oh my god, wet specimens.
Okay, awesome.
And
Yeah,
then
that was so
mounted
cool.
ones.
I loved it. It was so cool. Yeah, you're like showing them off, like, and then I got this one and this one. It was very fascinating. It's like show and tell sometimes too after party. So really quick, before we go on to the next person, how can someone connect with you who's meeting you for the first time?
So you can follow me on my social media. Instagram is the best if all you want to see is like poetry, because that's where I post most of it. Facebook, if you just want to see me ranting at the void. I don't know what I'm ranting about, but most of the time that's what I'm doing. You see other social media over here, but the most important two are the Instagram and the Facebook.
I dig it. That's so artistic. So artistic. So and anyone can hold that up and just do a quick little screenshot of that. As always, thank you for your presence, being part of this. And yeah, I love the way that very unique, not something everyone does, but I think it's a gift, it's a passion to be able to translate pieces and share that. And you should totally look into and see if there's a way to publish that translation of the poem that you just did. It's one of my favorites. I mean, I just read it too recently. I'm a big Sagan fan and all that, so I came across that and yeah, like I think I said it last week. I sometimes I say yesterday too. Last week, it was important at the end of the year 2020. Like, just we've encountered a lot of stuff. So, stuff. I don't know why I said it like that. A lot of death. We've had to confront it again. Like we always do. It's there. It's always going to be there. But it's hit us in heavier ways. So that those kind of pieces are a nice way to just understand it and figure it out and make something beautiful out of it and a beautiful understanding, if anything. So thank you, Lee. Okay, we usually start with music. We haven't had any music yet. There was a band who signed up. And they didn't make it. I guess I should message them. But we do have a musician up next, and she's a superstar. Everyone loves her. She kills it every time. I don't know what she's gonna play today. One of my running jokes for the longest time was that she's gonna come out with a different instrument every week and master it. We were there for her recital, and now she's here again to do some music. We've got Christine in the house. Christine Ponce Diaz. Good. Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
Christine.
Let's see.
Hi, everyone. Hi. So I thought about reading something that I thought I wasn't going to ever share, but I think I feel ready to share it. And then after that, I have some music. So the first thing is it's entitled "To the One I Will Never Tell What It's Like to Love Your Ghost." Just friends. My head on your chest, your scent filling my bedroom and my senses. I listen to your heartbeat and rest in your essence. The original beat that makes up the soundtrack to who you were in that moment of time. These are some of my favorite moments with you. Moments I still hold on to in my subconscious, and moments that occasionally flood my thoughts as I wake in the beautiful comfort and stillness of the morning. I wish you were still here with me, but these are revelations you will never know because your time and energy don't coexist with mine anymore. How I wish things could be different. That moment when I looked in your eyes, hoping to find the answer my heart longed for. I wish I could have had the confirmation that you felt the same love for me that I tried not to feel for you. As my subconscious battles reality, the conscious mind awakens to the truth that these were just moments in time. These moments were shared by two people who were open to the possibility of what could be only in that moment. Funny how time seemed to exist, ceased to exist in your presence. And now time is the only existing memory of you that I have left. So that's the first thing.
Oh, that's a big oof for me. Okay.
So the end, just kidding. Now the next thing that I want to share is kind of like a ducktail off of a few weeks ago. I had shared Beethoven's Heiligerstadt Testament, and this was a song that I wanted to learn, but it took me a little while, and so I got it for this week. It's an arrangement, so it's not the full movement, but it's a theme from the Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, and it was arranged by Renfro. I have to adjust my camera. Or not the camera, the sound thing. What is it, the original sound?
Absolutely. I'm glad you keep that in mind. Appreciate that. We all need to take a deep breath after that. And like I got super sad, introspective on that. No, that's one of the most beautiful
Don't be
piano
sad.
pieces. One of the most beautiful piano pieces of all time.
Don't be super sad. Okay, there's like
I'm super sad, but happy that you played it and you're performing and that you're here with us.
there's moments of I hear triumph and victory, and some moments I think Beethoven was so great. Like, I mean, people say that no one knew, or I don't know, it's not true, but the people say that like Beethoven really knew despair and sorrow and pain. But I guess he, from what I'm learning from like studying his music, I think he knew that there was more to it than that too. Like it's not just one feeling that stays all the time. That there's always like a mix in there. So I think in this song I hear a lot of, in addition to triumph, I hear some moments of joy and like some pleasant moments, and it kind of toggles back and forth between the two, and it kind of just like releases all kinds of emotions throughout. So I don't know, it's like a mix.
I feel that. And I'm glad that his last piece was Ode to Joy.
Yeah.
So really quick, for the people like who are amazed and hearing for the first time, how can they hear more of your music, more of your work, and just connect with you in general?
Thank you. I can connect with people on Facebook at Christine Ponce Diaz. And I haven't put up videos yet, but that's on my list of things to do on YouTube. Christine Ponce Diaz also.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, you can catch your senior recital there, which was pretty awesome, pretty amazing. A couple other videos, but I definitely look forward to more content in 2021. Is that a promise, Christine?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. Beethoven's such an interesting character. Many years ago, I went to a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. Everyone knows them from like the Christmas electric rock, like cool shit, laser light show, smoke machines, like PG-13 metal, pretty much. But they didn't just do Christmas music. They actually have a rock opera that they did, all based around Beethoven, called Beethoven's Last Night, and it's just it's like a fictional account of on his last night of Earth what happened, and it's cool because it's kind of like a blend of Faust, Goethe's Faust, where he's visited by Mephistopheles, and he wants to make a deal, and like I'll let you live longer. All you have to do is give up all your greatest works, and so it's like a cool, and it goes through his life too, and Beethoven, if you look at his life, had a lot of torment and heartbreak, and it comes out in it, but there's a lot of triumph too, like Christine was saying. So it's I love all the beats to it, all the crescendos, decrescendos, and all the movements of it. Freaking amazing. Christina, you always do magic when you come up here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. And you guys should connect. Definitely follow her on YouTube and be ready for that new content that she just promised us. It's on video now. I have it. I'm gonna clip it and send it to you every day as a reminder. Okay, maybe not every day, like weekly. Like, hey,
I need that.
Right? Yeah. Perfect. Dan, you're good. You're always on top of things. Okay, we're gonna keep going, guys. Just for sake of time, we got a bunch of people joining us. I love it. Once again, welcome to the Stay at Home Open Mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, but since we are digital, we are welcoming people from all over, and we got a lot of poets tonight. As always, I'm looking forward to it. So let's see. We're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna stay in El Paso. We've got the poet Can Ras Fire in the house. She is so fire. She's so amazing. I appreciate her so much. Let's make some noise.
Con! Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Good evening. Good Monday. Good Monday to you. So, this is some new shit.
New shit.
New shit. This is called
new shit.
Damn it. This is called Welcome Invasion. Babe, you got me? All right. Laughter and cheer. Anticipation of premeditated plans. Foreseen dopamine surges are at hand. Synergy invading my privacy. Here is a high I cry for all year long. Fine dine as we sip the best of wine. Compelled to expel binges of cringing stories of victories and failure. Just so glad for this scene. Me here with you, a seafood Christmas. Salmon, lobster, king crab, pasta as we watch Mufasa. As much as your stomach can have. So much love in this room for us to grab, milk, affirm. Oh, how I love you. Let me count the ways. I yearn for full bellies, infinite empty plates to congregate, post congregation of my small nation, my family. Iron gates agape, invaded with millennial motor vehicles, the stars, the moon, the sun shine on my precious faces. Only the best scallions for my stallions, salmon, lobster, pasta, parsley garnishes a seafood Christmas. Lemon pepper and scallion perfectionists. Basil, pesto to and fro. Fresh lemon zest. King crabs up for grabs. Jamaica or a villa on a island. As long as it's with you, I'm smiling. Catching butter sauce with your embroidered beard. Matching pajamas I ordered. Cheers. Wallflowers, scents for each room. Choose one for you and your family, my family. Our nation. I cooked ham and turkey for Thanksgiving this Christmas. We indulge in seafood luxury. Plenty for you and me and them and him. Ice cold tea steaming from the brew, whatever. Ice cold tea or steaming from the brew, whatever, however, nothing but luxury when I am with you, a seafood Christmas. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Did you like it? Yeah. My babies haven't heard me do my thing in a while. They used to be my stage buddies.
Yeah, you got an audience. Hell yeah. What's up, guys?
Dang it. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, babies. I wanted to possibly use my other 2 minutes maybe to see if Christine would be willing to sing my son happy birthday. I don't know if that's just if she's willing.
Hi, of course.
That'd be cool.
Oh,
I want to
that's
just say,
I like to hear that.
That'd be so cool. Can we all sing? Can we all sing together? Like, I think it would be cool if we all sang
all of you
together.
guys, that would be
It's so hard off of Zoom.
We're coming at the end. Let Christine take it off. We're coming at the end.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like what Midnight is saying. So Christine will play it, and at the very
I'll
end,
mention
we
this
can
after
all
my
just
after my
say
performance.
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
We'll add to the end. We will just
Happy
like.
birthday.
I think Christine should take it
Let's
away.
do
I'm gonna
it.
mute you down. All right, let's
What's
do
his name?
His name is Isaiah.
Okay. We don't want to call the wrong son's name
Happy
today.
birthday, Isaiah.
Mhm.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Isaiah.
On the 14th of December, but it was a quarantine birthday, so this would be really, this is something special I could do for him when I couldn't do a lot of other things, Come here,
So
Jordan.
sweet. Okay, let's all
So-
sing. Okay. All right, y'all jump in whenever you feel ready.
Well,
And
no, well, you
let's
sing
do
it. We'll
this.
at the
Hey,
very end
Rich.
of when you're playing, we'll jump in at the end because
Hey,
And
Rich.
then-
we
I'll
all sing
probably
together.
just sing.
It's gonna
I'll
be all
probably
over
just-
the place
Okay.
because we
I'll
can't
probably
sync up.
just sing it a cappella. Okay.
So,
This
yeah, all
one,
right.
my youngest
So
is
happy
January 10th,
birthday, Isaiah. How old are you?
and my oldest is December 14th. So they could both get some. So a 1 and a 2 and a.
Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Isaiah and
Happy
happy birthday to you.
Hey! Ba, 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 ba,
And
ba,
many
ba, 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 ba.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, guys. That means so much.
Birthday.
I
Happy
appreciate it.
birthday, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Birthday's coming up, birthday boy.
Oh yeah, we got more birthdays coming up. Thank you, Khan. Before you take, you muted yourself so quickly. Really quick, how can we connect with you? I feel like most of us already are, but in case someone on YouTube is listening and like, I love what she's doing. I love your energy, and you got a cool manuscript that's going to be published pretty soon that I've had a pleasure of looking at. And yo, how can we connect with you?
That is just everything, Richie. You are just a gem in the poetic world, and I thank you so much for that. And my presence is on Instagram at the moment. That's where my momentum is poetically. I do a morning show on Mondays, Morning Momentum with Khan, and I also host this show once a month with the awesome Richie. On Mondays once a month, as well on Tuesdays I host on the Grapevine Sway. Just doing my thing poetically, man. Finally got the book in rotation and got it in the best hands right now, and I'm really excited about that. I want to encourage you, whatever your poetic plans are this year, make them, do them, get the shit done. Yes, get that shit done. And love y'all. Thank you.
Awesome, beautiful. I love poetic as an adjective. Just throwing in front of everything, you know, you poetic momentum. Yo, you get your poetic plans. Yeah, you get your poetic workout. Hell yeah, I love it. You got to struggle a little bit before you triumph.
Yes.
And it works. It works. Cool. Connor, that's fire. Much love. I gotta check out some of your Instagram shows. That sounds cool. It sounds cool. All right, yeah. Let's see. Let's keep going. We got more peeps, and I want to make sure they get their time on. We're gonna go back to the West Coast, LA. We got another LA poet. He's a prolific writer. I'm looking at his submission here, at his sign up. But you just know him as Complicated Passions. We have Complicated Passions in the house for the second time, I believe, here. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Welcome.
All right. So I think everybody can see that. Well, it's kind of blurry, huh? So it's not coming through. Okay.
It's back.
Is that better? So you can see it a little bit?
There it is. Yeah.
I'm going to be reciting on Valentine's Day from this here book. It's called Love in the Conversation. And so I'll be reciting to my love, and then everybody else can listen to me and pretend that they're reciting to their love on Zoom Serenade. And I don't have a time yet, but I think it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, February the 14th. And this right here is a great read. All right, check it out. And then I'm not going to have this background. I got to do something else because I need to have people really see me. So the title of this piece is called May I Be. Your wanting takes me From into all the moments of you, that kiss, all the life I could ever be, you were that next breath, captivating the very thought of me. The tenderness of your touch consumed my heart like a river, seeking its destination. My love would become you. I can't wait another minute. We are meant to be. Like a secondhand caressing time, I would hold each beat of your heart as though it were mine. You have never been loved this deep. I mean to say, I want you more than you ever imagined. For every moment, I'm to be that one yearning, leaving your body weak. Your thoughts are now my every desire. When I am you and you are me, to have a kiss like this moves me to a wanting. I could never let go. I speak of a passion that has no end. I speak of my temptation, calling for you to give in. For the moments of your hunger will have me living in your dreams. These pleasures are to be every chapter I share my life with you. As I uncomplicate your thoughts, know this, I am the protector of your heart, complicated passions. And that's that piece. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want me to share another?
You totally should.
Okay. All right. This is another poem from this book. So I wrote this book in 2016 and I released it in 2019. So I have written so many books, and it was that time for this book to come up, and that was 2019. Of course, that was now a year ago, so ago. So this is a title piece called Love and the Conversation. If I said I loved you, would you share in all the things I want to do? Because loving you is all I have ever wanted. So let's have this conversation. Explore how it came to be, you, whom the day turns into night. Just so right. See how it goes down, knowing we could only be found because nature made us that way. One more example. Out of all the things that go together, and so we become metaphor, whether each other, your body raging like the sun, affectionate. I rain on you. To listen to these emotions and answer is to speak love's conversation. And that's that piece. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Yeah. I'm glad you joined us. You got the cool background. You got the LA shirt, the book.
Yeah.
Where can we get a copy of that?
Well, this book is on Amazon, and you can find it. I put my name in there, Samuel Rain Benjamin. You type that in, you'll see all the books that I've done. I think that I've left 8 of them still available, and 10 of them will be on my website. So I've taken them off of Amazon because I want to be the only one selling them. It's a series called The Foreplay. That's will be coming back out. My first 4 books, My Recipe for Love, which had the dope line, if I were making love, you would be the only recipe I need. I'm going to bring that back out probably later this year. And of course, my new book that's coming out this month is called Dark Man Blues John Bowl. And it's the 3rd book of a series that I've been working on. And I've already completed book 7. So this series is going to be forever going as long as I'm breathing on this planet. Dark Man Blues, the series.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So first of all, I just want to appreciate you that, it doesn't have to be done through Amazon, and Jeff Bezos has enough money already as it is. So fuck that. Just sell it on your own.
The new book will not be on Amazon. They're only going to be able to get Dark Man Blues John Bowl from me. So, but you can still get The Other Side and If It Were Me. The first 2 books of the series will be on that. The next book that comes out, book 4, is called An Interview with Love. And that'll be out later this year because I'm behind. So, and I've got so many, so I want to put them out. Put out as many books as I want to. So I've written over 30, but I've only put out 18 of them. So I'm going to be putting them out there, and I'm going to be selling them. So people are going to see me a lot. I hope the Zoom continues. I hope IG continues because that's the way to promote myself. I'm going to be back on the road. I was going to be on tour last year, but the pandemic hit, and it was called the Gray Beard Tour. All of my friends who have gray beards, we were going to tour all over the country, and I would have been selling because I would have been blazing the mic every night, and all across the country. So there's some cities that I want to go to, that El Paso, Albuquerque, back to New York, Houston again, Atlanta, DC, and just it's countless cities that I want to perform in.
The best. Speak it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing, man. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm glad you could share that. Congratulations on the new book. And
Thank you.
if you stick around in the after party like a little bit, I'd love to hear a little bit about your process. So you're just seems like you're just putting stuff out there, which is really cool. And
Great.
yeah, man.
Well-
So connect. How can we connect with you? Like if
Well, I put everything in there. You can find me on Facebook. I didn't put my email address, but I shall put that in there, because if you want to contact me, that's the first step in contacting me, is to email me, and then we can exchange information. I'm also do consulting on publishing. I teach you how to do it. I teach you why you should do it a certain way, and so you can be independent and not have the middle person take your money. We do editing, formatting. We do creative book design, cover design as well.
That's cool, man. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you found your way here. And yo, we're all gonna connect with you in that way and check out your stuff. Make some noise, yo. Everyone, show
Thank
some love.
you.
Make some noise. That's how we do it here. Make some noise for man.
Complicated passions.
All right.
Shout out, man. For real.
All right, thank you.
Very nice. Hey, man,
Hell yeah.
I should see you in El Paso.
Damn.
You gotta do a special edition with me for my interview for my blog, Sam.
For sure.
Cool,
It's
cool,
definitely
Dan.
gonna happen. In fact, you need to email me, because I'm gonna be coming through El Paso. I think February the 4th or something like that.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
super cool, man.
I'll send you my info and let me know ahead of time.
Will do.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
Awesome, Dan. Always at work. I dig it. Yeah. We'll connect with you. I gotta save that email there. By the way, this is for everyone watching and listening. I know now is like there were a lot of tours canceled, but one of my favorite things is like being an ambassador. If you guys ever are traveling through El Paso, it's El Paso, for God's sake. It's in the name, right? The pass. But like you don't have to just go pass through. You can stop by and I'd love to show you guys around. I know pandemic is a little bit harder to do that, but if eventually in the future, please contact like here's my info right here. You can just look me up, Richie Marrufo, on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram at Deadwall Reveries. You can also follow the Barbed Wire Open Mic series online and get a hold of us through there. If you're planning a tour in the future, or you got a book that you want to promote, like we're happy to help you get some of that platform. We've got an audience here. We'd love to feature you. One of my favorite things in the past decade was hosting like traveling poets. I'd let them crash at my place. Like I often had a guest bedroom. When times were nicer, I had a guest bedroom. Lately, it might be a couch. But just having a place for someone to stay in. So just hit me up if you're coming through. I also have a studio, and if you ever want to like try recording any of your poetry, I've got some world-class microphones, and we'll do some cool stuff for your poetry. Okay, cool. I love it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. All the love around. Please hit us up if you're in El Paso, any of us, not just me. All right, we're gonna keep going. We got our friend Marissa Parada. No, so it's not Parada, it's Parada. Marissa Parada. Parada. I know, because this
que tú quieres, está bien.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm like, this is not the
Vamos
last
a
stop.
ver.
Marisa,
Soy
welcome
una
back.
gringa chica, pero puedo hablar, está bien. Vamos.
I love it. Welcome back. Yo, I'm just gonna let you do your thing. Take it away, Marissa.
Hello.
All right. So, oh my God, I'm so stoked. If people come through EP, let's go. I will go road trip to El Paso. It's like 3.5 hours, 3 hours away. I drive. Let's go. Right? I will be in El Paso in maybe 3.5 hours. I'm so down with that. Absolutely. Okay. So I love to read new things in all of the rooms because so many of you here one poem in one room, so I'm always trying to do different things in each room, contrary to Dean's belief. So fuck Dean. Just kidding. I love you. And if you want to have me read if you want an encore of fuck 2020, I will give you an encore, Richie, because you didn't see it. Okay, here we go. But this one. This is a poem I wrote last year, and it's titled Sticky Game of Fetch. There is nothing else to bear. This naked chest bare, nipples at attention bare, skin exposed to the elements of time, of change, of unwavering love bare. Locked away, running away, full steam ahead, bare. I have nothing else to give. Sent it all down the armed response to my thoughts, chained by the link that pours through this pen. Rescind, recant, retrieve this hope like a sticky, slobbered tennis ball from the jowls of woman's best friend. Drop it at my feet, good boy, keep panting, nervously looking between me and solitude, like there's a choice there at all. Hope has become a beck and call, urban legend, as if there's no gorilla glue or duct tape for the broken shards of your life, too. Fuck it. I miss you. Pull yourself together so you can keep up the pace of this woman's heart that suddenly began to beat mere months ago. I have nothing else to prove. All of you is inside of me. All of the nothing if you take the plunge back to your safe space. Yesterday is not where peace resides. If you have to try and love me, then there is no real love here at all. It is not a closed door. You with a crowbar forcing apart a future forgot to check. It's unlocked. I want to be close to you, but you burgle belief. Purge this desperate hope stuck to my hand. Disgusting time. Tiny bits of rock in my palm. I throw it away. Your eyes watch it soar far, far away. You do not flinch to bring it back. As it happened, you forgot that your love was not lost so long ago. The human inside, not slain in vain. You still exist against all odds, and the oddities of my love for you, prevalent and peculiar, still survive. For love is love, is love, is you. Thank you.
Oh, fuck
Wow.
yeah. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Wow.
Oh,
Love is you. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. That is you at the end.
That
Yeah.
was gorgeous.
That was yikes, man.
Thank you. All right, Richie, you want one more?
Yeah, we got time for it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Can you handle it? I know Mr. Speaker wants me to read it again. He's been
We
asking
have
for
to.
it like
We
all
will.
week.
It's our human imperative to handle it.
I might have to go outside.
Meta Queen, you may have to make sure you turn a year older before you read this, because this is gonna fuck you the fuck up. This is my erotic poem that I wrote on the last day of 2020. This is not an under 21 poem. This is a grown-up poem. This is titled Fuck 2020. Oh no, where did Eddie go? Hang on, hold up. Because Eddie was like, you should read this poem. Eddie, where the fuck are you? He's gonna miss this poem, and he's the one who's been like, oh my coochie, trying to get me to read this fucking poem. All right.
Get in here,
I'm gonna
Eddie.
miss it.
What's the matter with you? Come on.
I'm like, God damn already. That's all right. The important people are here. Mr. Speaker's got his beanie. Just keep the extra
know,
warmth
right?
inside his head.
The
So we
past
are
week,
good.
Shannon, Eddie, come back, man. You will draw him back for sure. You will.
No, he's gonna
Look,
come back and
he's gonna
be
have
like,
to watch
"What?"
the YouTube like everyone else.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I ain't waiting for no man. Fuck that shit. I ain't waiting for no man. Here we go. This is titled Fuck 2020.
Oh no.
Did the editing
It,
police
it,
sneak
it was
in?
such a buildup. It was such a buildup. Hold on. We gotta wait.
The editing police snuck in.
I know. Oh no.
Of course it would freeze at that point.
This is the poem they don't want you to hear.
I know, right? Oh no. The YouTube overloads are it's like, no.
This is the poem they don't want you to hear.
Okay. So
Oh, she'll be back.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
she'll be back.
Zoom
She'll be back.
fucking hates me. I'm gonna be.
We were.
All right.
I was just saying.
Start over.
Did it
Start over.
crash? Did it crash before I even got a chance?
It was just like the most dramatic pause ever. Like, all right, here it is, and then you froze. So you should do it again. Take it away.
Okay, well, any of your chats are now gone, so just go ahead and repeat. I see Eddie's not back, so we're gonna fucking go. Here we go. All right, this poem is titled "Fuck 2020." You ready? Okay, let me wait till Richie takes a drink. I am here to fuck your face. Special delivery on the last day of 2020. I'm letting my pussy out of the playpen, for I wear this clit like a badge of honor. Don't need a father, need a man, so get to licking. Dick, lap, and lick quick. This will never be, because I got more rounds than me than Muhammad Ali. Shield, shower, yield, shiny, power, man up all over me. Kevlar keepsakes of cunt kisses, crying, onion tears, smear mascara, running, drowning, dialect of dick meets pussy, so get hard up. No Hail Mary hard-ons, bring your A game, as if there's a score sheet at the end of this. Sticky, sweaty, heavy, messy, mess with me, mess me up, Tour de France style, faster, cycle, cynic, cheater, hot twat, and here's sexy, son of what? You need your mama? Keep going, don't stop. That's right. Revive the virginity of my pussy. Revive the virginity of my vagina. Grab me so hard. You see your purple hand for days. Bite the beast inside me. Drool and feast on me. Hell, I spoon feed you my orgasm. Tongue and cheek, plate in hand. Lick the plate. Yep, that's it. Don't stop. Salty sweet. I am what's for dinner. Pink pussy, purple pussy, dark pussy. Just not the green pussy. I said lick, you chicken shit lick under the desk. Keep it going. That's right. Don't stop. Quick listener, cunt lover, suck the lonely from my lips. You will take me and you will love it. Fear is not an option. You can ice it later. This cum can't wait. It won't. It's calling for your face. You will lap me up. Some cream in your coffee. Suck me off. Keep going. Yeah, that's right. Don't stop. Careful not to spell a drop. Drops of Jupiter drip from my rear as the squirt sinks into all parts of the sheets. So don't be scared. Just dare to be an explorer of dick meets destiny.
Okay, Richie, we need that on a looper.
Oh man, I know, right? I could have looped the whole thing. Oh, when Dick meets Destiny. Hold on. Let me get another drink.
Y'all okay? I know, I was hoping to get Richie. He's like taking that drink right as I put that first line in there. Like, I'm gonna fuck your face. I was so hoping I would see that.
Great timing. I'm glad that on the YouTube stream, like it always asks, like, is this for kids? And I always type. I always put no. By the way, so we're good. We're good.
Eddie's still fucking gone, right? Eddie's still gone. So when he comes back, you're gonna have to say, "Did your dick meet destiny?" or something like that. Like, what the fuck took him so long? It's hilarious.
Everyone here monitoring. When he gets back, you all have to message him that. Okay, that's the plan now.
Oh, poor
So
Eddie. He's so sweet. I'm so bad messing with him.
He's such a charmer. He's Ed Charmer. Yo, like that's what's up. So really quick before we move on, like freaking I love it, energy, and I just learned that it does not have to be an erotic themed mic to make any open mic an erotic mic.
Oh shit, no.
happened.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll make it erotic all night.
It just happened, yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Marissa Prada. I'm on also IG at Prada Painting and Poetry. I'm also the co-author of The Word Is Right on Facebook. We had a massive open mic on Saturday night. We do open mics every Saturday. We do a cash slam. We have a cash slam coming up on this coming Saturday with an open mic. But if you want to make some money, come to the cash slam. It's a point system, so it's kind of giving you points each month until the end of the year. We're going to do a massive grand slam for extra cash at the end of the year. It's fun. Just come. It's so much fun. Oh shit, there he is.
You already know. Just as you
Hey, my bad.
Just come. Oh, Eddie's back.
I'm sorry, I had to. It was my turn to do dishes.
It's okay. Don't need to explain. We don't need any more TMI. You missed it.
You're gonna
I'm
need
sorry,
to rewatch
Eddie.
this, man.
I love that the
You're gonna
TMI
need
was
to
like
rewatch.
dishes. I love that TMI is dishes after all this. Yo, we got the replay on YouTube. You gotta check it out. All right.
Oh, heck
It
yes.
was awesome. Yeah. Okay,
We have
cool.
an awesome host and awesome poets.
Appreciate that, man. I chugged. I'm empty because what just happened. But I want to refill right now. But Marissa, yo, follow Albuquerque. Like we're all so close. We gotta like collaborate more, and we will do that definitely for sure. Check out.
And then you said refill, and I was like, refill like midnight. Let's go refill some midnight poetry up in here, right?
That's exactly it. We are gonna get Phil. It's gonna be a refill because we're gonna get filled in again. PHIL filled in. Okay. Bad puns all abound. All right, we got some more people. We got 2 more poets from the East Coast. It's a little bit later for them, so I want to make sure they get on. But that was a really fun segment. Really appreciate it. If you missed it, rewind on YouTube. Rewind, or go back on our YouTube page, Barbed Wire Open Mic. All right, cool. So we got a first-time poet here from Hampton Roads, Virginia. We've got Jinamye. Jinamye, where are you? I think we have you with us still.
I'm here. Had to unmute. How y'all doing, everybody? Hey.
I'm great. How are you? Welcome, man. Welcome. Good to have you here.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna say some stuff. Some poems. Can y'all hear me well?
I'm good.
Cool. I saw thumbs. I'm good. Give me 1 second, everybody. Please and thank you. Wanted to take the fan off. So hi, my name is Jename Soldier. I'm poet from Hampton Roads, Virginia. I say stuff, and I do hope y'all enjoy the stuff that I say. I'm a part of the Verb Bender Slam team out of 757. Shout out to the Verb Bender, VA2 Up, 2 Down, and that's all I have. Otherwise, the rest of it is gonna be poems. I heard everybody doing new stuff, old stuff, and something borrowed. I only have 2. I did something that I've been working on since y'all been performing, and I've been enjoying the show thus far. Thank y'all for having me. And then the other one is one I'll spit something that I know. So the one I'm just finished adding. Insurance sound great until you need it. Until the levees of what could be finally collapse unexpectedly when the owl breaks. Floodgates can't hold on. Hold. Waiting through pools of tape, bloodier than surprise sacrifice stuck in the thickest of thickets. Oh wow, Bloodier than Moses imposing God's will on the Nile. Bloodier than claims of justice hands executing Pharaoh's decree of death. Denial with a smile like won't let his people access what was promised. Serving sour milk and honey, a splash of cyanide. Waitress, can I get seconds? Can I get a witness? A miracle? I know it's all about money. Patience, placement on the wait list. Arrive early to wait. Patience. Who knew a virtue could kill you? Operation test dummy from crash dummy. The doctor is just practicing. I mean, we'll see you now. Hope they in network. Hope their network ain't from. Hope their net worth ain't from using the Hippocratic oath to misdiagnose. You know that's how that net works. Hook, line, sink us in a sea of expensive prescriptions. Thank God I got insurance, but tell me, should I go broke or die today? Okay, slight exaggerate, but tell me, if I'm donating plasma to cover the copay, is it considered paying in blood? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bang, bang, bang. Thank you.
Put that down, yo. Put that down.
Wow, that was awesome.
Thank you. I also am working on actually some I got albums coming out. I'm just say albums. That's how you do it now. I got albums coming out. The first one is out right now on YouTube and not YouTube, wrong, on iTunes. Boom, iTunes and Spotify, and this Harmonious Insanity is my first poetry, but this is going to be kind of more bars. If y'all don't mind, my bars be poetry to me, so I would love to spit that if I may for a second piece. Is that cool?
Totally cool, man. We welcome it. Take it away, dude.
I've been doing my love one recently, so we're going to do that one. This one is for the ladies. If you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, I'd be just fine long as you were mine. If heaven ever tripped head over atmosphere for earth, I call you like sky falling, but hearing your voice be worth. Any song rehearse, any poem I can sing, I go to Joe to see if he can be the Jackson out of me. Ooh, yeah, I mean, he, PYT, just a girl, you're no basic Billie Jean, you're my everything, sunshine, little light of mine, sundial designed to shine when bright sides hide in disguise. If you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, I'd be just fine long as you were mine. Is this funny flood of flying? You feel that? My heart trip, skipping beat, Atlas brace for impact. The world's gotten out of hand. I'm your man, Peter Pan. Take this thimble, a simple symbol. I'll make sure you never land. Is you an alchemist? Alter, state us, joy formed when the morning can't get up. Tell me why they call it falling when we darling came to jump. Forever's a cup, raise it up. Cheers to us. If you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, if you were all I had in this world, I'd be just fine long as you were mine. Ooh. And I be saying stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I got. I can do a little short piece if y'all want 3, or I could just say that's it. What
We got some time, man. We got some time. We can do it because a couple people dropped out. So you should do it, man, because it's your debut.
Oh,
here for us here.
Cool. I like debuts. Ooh. Cool. I will end with this one then. It's something real slight, nothing major. Now should I go ham? Go ham sandwich. Go ham the fuck sandwich. Yeah, we do something like that. I feel good. Sunken shoulders bent over, broken like boulders, blocking laughing levees. Ain't going nowhere. Libation bottles full throttle through fear. out of gear, shift apprehensions, inhibitions, let go, let's go. I close my iris closed to see the rose-colored gold that poses close under my rainbow. Stop. Them lucky charms mean you're no harm, sir. See me, I'm a four-leaf clover farmer. My soul's normally rake a ruckus chugging through muddy waters. Though my tiger toes ain't trapped in little boy blues, though that sound is my favorite color. Cat the normal mental calamity, ram jam cranium, cram like insanity inhales life as I exhale in space, in time. See how peaceful my jello echo mellow, you fellows. Say, you like to pimp problems like tail holes. No, I like to let God empty space them. You know, let go, because arguing empty without helping held hand of solitary they fold. See, nobody really wants to argue alone. Better dig a Disney digital drone to clone. Let them phone home through your megaphone. I'm a homegrown happening hatchling, snatched from a celestial cabbage patch. But they try to snap, trap me, alien and contractual daps. No, I sit, sips by them easy. No, I sit, slit, I remix it till I sit, sips by them easy, brewing my blessings as the pleasing leaves me like a herbal hakuna matata. See, these leisurely tea leaves will leave thee sleepy. wakey, restless, testy detesters. Who would matter when we're the best be? Come to check me, check please. Vasectomy testes can't even hang in the same gallery galaxy as the poetry eyes. Breathe. I mean, stop. It'd be like my grandmother's hugs for me. I mean, stop. It feel warm and fuzzy. Stop. It feel like a gut punch to the ribs. It stings, but I like that shit. It feels good. Thank y'all. Peace.
Fucking
That's how you go,
man.
fucking ham sandwich, bro. Fucking ham
Beautiful,
sandwich.
man. I love your vocalizations and the whole.
Appreciate it.
Yo, you're new here, man. How can we, like, a bunch of us, connect with you? Find your stuff online. Just connect with you online.
Well, outside of that one album that I've done years ago, it's coming out now. That's what I can say. I am on Facebook. The Real GYE Genome. The capital T, capital G, capital R. The Real GYE. That's on Facebook. Definitely see me there. We can definitely link up there. I'm also on Instagram. Rada Bong Boom. Rada like Chowder. Rada Bong Boom. All automatopoeias. And actually, not only do I love poetry, I love English and words, and I play with them because I studied them and learned how to use them. So that's the dope part about it. So yay.
Oh man, I fucking love that. That's freaking amazing, man. I study words and I know how to use them. I play with them because play is a very important thing. Like
Yes.
how to transform and make things malleable and play with things. Yeah. I love it. I love portmanteaus and wordplay and puns and all that and the rhythm of things. You got that. I heard a little bit of Gift of Gab in that last one from Black Alicious, like in your tone of voice and the way you just got your rhythm around, man. Hell yeah. It was good having you, man. Thanks for joining us. Hey, you're always welcome back. Okay, if you want, if you guys want to join us again, just follow Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, Barbed Wire Open Mic, BWOMS, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can just type that in, Barbed Wire Open Mic or BWOMS, BWOMS, and you can connect with us. And we're doing this every Monday. And so we're just we're connecting with everyone. Like everyone else has talked about their shows. We got so many like as we say, cross-pollination, and it's so cool to connect with people from all around the country in this way, because you could not do this regularly. And it's one of the rare silver linings, you know. You'd have to like travel and to go perform at this place, but now you can just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go to this Zoom meeting now tonight, you know, and it's super cool.
And if I may, before I go, I definitely want to thank you so much. I do want to shout out also, I help out a lot with the show that happens on Zoom here also. Is a show right now, there's a monthly show happening, but even in the months to come, there are going to be like 2 Zooms where getting some of my friends, and they're going to come up here and do some stuff for y'all just like that. So please tune in. You can definitely message Mr. Speaker for the info on that one. And it's going to be super dope. The first show was a smash. The next one is coming up January. Smash. What? I can't wait. So that other like it's really cool because like I'm a fan of my friends, and I say that because we get so ready to go and I need to go support this person and buy this super album out here and And when you got a person that's in your own community who's dope, who people who've never heard them, and he's like, man, shucks. So I say that to say they spit not like me, but they spit caliber. And so what I will say is you would definitely be in for a treat. One thing about it.
Oh, most definitely, man. That was
Awesome.
that was a great plan. By the way, follow that. That's a great segue because guess who's next?
What? You better
We got
talk
Mr.
about it.
Speaker. We got Mr.
What?
Speaker up next.
You better get flued out.
So we can talk about that, get some fluid. He's getting down, man. Speaker always gets down. So let's make some noise, guys. Welcome Speaker to the stage.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker in the building.
Good evening. Woo!
That's my poetic partner right there. That's when you see me, he's somewhere near. Trust me. That's my boy, Jenna May. So yeah, let me do this first. It's called expiration. Tell me, please, why is it that marriage licenses are the only licenses that don't expire? Could this be the reason why there are so many homes burning and there are no fires? Look, let me get to my many points. Wedded individuals should have to renew their marriage license in order to stay joint. See, just because you have been selected does not mean that your relationship should be neglected. That is why periodically your marriage should be inspected, so bad habits can be detected and hopefully corrected. Stay connected, because it is your future that will be protected, because your relationship might be infected. Both of you could have been disrespected with marital wounds that need some disinfectant. Renewal of marriage license should not be rejected. Hope, passion, and understanding into your marriage could be injected. Look, if you are neglecting your responsibilities like providing, cooking, protecting, or cleaning, then you need your marriage license suspended. If you are sleeping around with other individuals and neglecting your spouse, then you may need your marriage privilege revoked and not extended. If you don't have a nice thing to say about your spouse, and then you should be placed on marital probation. If you have a hard time being honest with your spouse, you are a candidate for marriage expiration. If your spouse can't even get you to scratch his or her back as a sign of love and appreciation, then it might be time for your marriage license rejuvenation. If you don't appreciate that person who puts up with your crap, your issues, your family, your shortcomings, and all your problems, then maybe your wedding vows might need a little rejuvenation. If you make love to your mate less than once a week and there's no issue preventing intercourse, then you should be taken outside and given an old-fashioned 2-bullet divorce. I'm just saying. If your marriage privileges could be revoked or suspended or just taken away, that will prevent a lot of the stupid crap some people say. See, if the right man with the proper motivation, the right woman with the proper motivation, she could make a man as hard as a brick, while the right man with his mind fixed can make a woman do all kind of sexual tricks. So check yourself and determine how effective you are at being someone's spouse, or you could be a candidate for marriage expiration and get your butt thrown out of your own house. All right, so we'll just...
Ouch!
We'll keep rolling.
Yeah, man.
Cry like a man. Cry like a man. I use this poem to mentor young men. Son, do not believe the hype some people are out there selling. Listen closely to me, because it's only the truth I am telling. You will soon be a man, a leader, a father, a king with a crown. But before you take your throne, there are some things you have got to put down. As a leader, you must learn to excel under pressure and succeed through stress. See, others are looking at you for guidances. That is one of your many tests. Understand, I am not against crying. as it can relieve and cleanse the soul. Even the Savior wept. But I need to teach you to cry like a man before I let you go. Son, cry with your heart as your fellow man commits crimes and goes to jail. Cry with your support for him as you gather money to post his bail. Cry with your education as you learn good from bad and right from wrong. Even cry with your verses if you decide to recite poetry, sing, or even write songs to correct and right wrongs. Cry for your children as you put that work in daily for your seed. Rarely should you call in sick because you have responsibilities and they have needs. But man, cry with your pants pulled up, your belt one tight, and show that you have high standards. Cry with your daily shower, clean clothes, fresh breath, and always display your table manners. Cry with your promptness as you control your destiny and your fate. Remember, son, always be early because to be on time sometimes is actually to be late. So keep it straight. Cry as you learn your trade and cry as you do your job well. Learn to communicate so others can understand the stories you have to tell. Cry with the truth, loyalty, honor, respect, and cry with your dignity. Refuse to be a victim and continue to teach others as you help fight illiteracy. Cry with your love, sweat, determination, commitment, and cry with your patience. Son, cry with your ambitions and cry as you overcome all of life's complications. Cry as you pray for others and be happy with their success. Even cry with your failures, but cry by always doing your very, very best. Cry with your knowledge and the intelligence you got from those books you've been reading. Remember, you will have to work twice as hard and do twice as much just to stay even. So keep achieving. Boy, cry for those saints that prayed you through all of life's many issues. See, my son, real men cry a lot, but we cry with our actions as we rarely take time to cry into tissues.
Oh, damn. All right.
Woo!
Crying with our actions. Hell yeah, man.
Action.
My heart's crying. Woo! Run down the house.
Does happen? All right, cool, man.
It's just such a
thanks for joining
good
us.
poem. Like, I can't believe more people didn't like unmute and just cheer for that shit. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if you had another one, but like,
fucking good.
I had to say, like, yo, if you were
Hold
here,
your
you gotta
pants.
unmute and make some noise.
We don't cry with our two cries our actions into a tissue. Fuck yeah. No, it's so good. And it's so
right
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I was just writing
It
a
was
poem
brilliant.
about
It was
men needing to
beautiful.
cry more. And then Mr. Speaker throws down this poem about women crying with actions. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
Don't
Mr.
even
Mr.
know
Speaker.
how special that is.
I love it. Yo, your background. Look at that. Is that you there in the background? Or are you behind yourself? Look at that.
Yes,
You gotta recreate it really quick. Hold on. You just gotta recreate it. You gotta do stretched arms. And there you go. You got the red stripe cases and all that. The New Rican Poets Cafe. Look at that. You got the bar and everything. So cheers, man. How can we connect with you online?
Hey, man, anywhere there's Zoom, if I ain't there, I don't know about it. I'm just telling you. We got to do poetry wherever. I follow Michael Sindler. I follow Miss Prado over there. Generalissimo somewhere lurking around poetry. Mr. Tessa
You need to follow me, man.
Who's that? Who said that?
Me, Dan the Man.
Oh, I'll follow Dane. Yes. Whoever's doing poetry, shoot, I'm trying to be there.
Yep.
Poet Khan, keep going. I'm following you. Midnight is always up, 3 in the morning.
I follow you.
That means y'all gotta follow me because I got poetry every day.
Dane,
So
Dane is
Don't
also
forget about me.
Dane
Hustle
is
in the
also
flow.
junkie right there. He's always in there. And
Dane.
I'm sorry, I'm taking over. I'm sorry, but you know, Elemental is also, he's coming around. He's getting out there. All you poets, glad to see you. It's late here, but I'm glad to be here. Dan the Man. All right.
Thank you.
Woo!
I'm sorry, and Complicated Passion is my other partner. I can't leave him out.
I've been like talking this whole time and I was muted, but my bad. Yeah, but yeah. Much love. Like I love everyone that's like connecting. I see everyone connecting online. And that's cool because I think the more we can like build like a bridge or a net, you know, we're just, I think we can keep building on that. And it's cool to connect with poets from all around in that way because we are building that. We'll keep building on it and recruiting new people and just building a fucking pyramid of poetry and connection in that way. So, all right, we're gonna keep going because we got some peeps, and yeah, I think we hit the last of our East Coast peeps, which is cool. It's a little later for you guys right now, and I know that. So we got some more El Paso peeps and more peeps from the West Coast. In fact, next up we have Dane Ince, who has been here before. We've missed you the last couple times. Dane is in the house out of San Francisco. Yo, Dane, how are you, my friend?
In the building.
Welcome back, Dane.
Thank you very much. I just want to say,
Tiger.
Mr. Speaker, I'm crying with respect. All right. Call a cab. I had that drug twice. Propofol. You drove me home safe. Next time, soon, I'll have to call a cab. Must be what death is like. Subsides, terror, pain, after the retreat, the lowest neap tide. I saw you struggle. I saw you die when your heart stopped. I stood in the corner watching the flat line. I could not kiss you. One kiss, never enough. All the tubes and mask barricade. I could not kiss you while you were still able to know I love you. I tried to pack up a sack lunch for the boat ride. I brought Callie and she stayed in her carrier most of the day. You got to pet her. I was afraid, scared you'd know. No, this is the end. Goodbye. We trade notes on paper until your writing was unintelligible scribble. I asked if you wanted morphine. You shook your head no. Are you ready to go? I asked. A little shake of your head and fiery eyes said, fucking hell no. We looked at our wedding album. You pointed out the picture you liked the most. There are clever words for what it means to be afraid of being alone. The rustling of wind through leafy trees, the smell of air just after rain. There is even a clever word for the absence of pain, absence of sorrow. But what is the word for the sound that starts at my feet, travels up through my belly, my vibrating throat, and out into the room where the cats sleep? There is no sound, no word. Today is a good day to cry. There's no clever twist coming here to finish this off neat. There is only the word grief. 12-bar blues. Who needs the ruptured placental hemorrhage, baked dry, blown away, feathers clean off the Nevada summer desert blacktop highway, hot, mirage shimmer in the distant heat, hate like no other mother, daughter, my jokes and carnival hat, no match, no soother, no cigarette, backbeat, 12-bar blues. This shit just got real. Spread your legs, angel chariot wing wide. We fly at night on moonlit dreams. Do you feel the chiggers bite? Crickets, lightning, bugs, the bourbon burn, capital punishment for when you stood up instead of sat down. The method of punishment for you talking out loud when you know you should have been quiet. The ordained death comes for your good intentions to padlock your Sisyphean heart. Eventually, exhaustion and asphyxiation like famine babies born of men on thrones whose petrified perfect eyes without blinking, no tears, float the tin cup armada laying siege to El Moro, the tattooed crucifixion just a long ago sting, the death of a criminal just like you. Outside the wall, the sobs are silent, the dust blows over like a universal joke pulled just on you. Up there, burning, bleeding, lost language. No one can read. No one is laughing. We have seen this unfunny too many times. Hear the weary warble, tumbleweed, sand. Ode to Dickens. So slow moving, persistent, undeterred, unstoppable, unrelenting, unashamed, unclothed in its purpose, rolling and rolling tonnage, so heavy, hard. The wheels whisper in your ears, concerned only for its own needs being met, demands, shh, demands you wait silently and that you not like it. Respect its power. You see the sneering red flashing train track warning lights telling you you will have to wait till you get home. Commanding, keep both of your hands on the wheel. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Dane.
Nice.
And the
nice.
Iron Giant again.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dane Ince. Love it, man. I'm glad you made it back. You were signed up last week and we missed you, but you made it. You made it today. Perfect. Cool, man. Would you like to promote, man? How can we connect with you, or what kind of project would you like to promote?
Oh, you're talking to me still? Yeah.
Dane, yes, I'm talking to you. You, Dane, right there. You.
Something in the chat. I'm working on a Valentine's Day 2/14/2020 with some folks out of Nashville, some folks out of the United Kingdom, and I'll be doing something. We're going to have some music and performance artists and stuff like that, and I'll put the link in the chat. So thanks very much.
Cool. Right on, man. Thank you for joining us, San Fran. I'm gonna hit you up too when I'm doing my West Coast tour and traveling through. I'm gonna hit up all the cities. Like I have a spoken word poetry band, and we've always been talking about like, all right, we want to hit up slams and open mics and just do a little tour. But of course, the pandemic happened. But I've got a little band. And we want to do a tour from like El Paso up through New Mexico and Arizona, going to California, and it'd be super cool. So I don't know. Maybe in the future I can hit you guys up if you guys know any cool venues. We would be down to do that. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Dane. And like I said again, if anyone here is watching or listening, you guys are always welcome to El Paso. Once things calm down and like we're able to move about freely and start doing more events, you know, one of my favorite things to do is to be like the ambassador in a way, and I'll come through and we can host you. We can do a show for you. We'll feature you. I've had people that I've featured from all over the country. A lot of poetry names you might recognize and remember, and also people from Europe and stuff. So like, I don't know. We'll find something for you. We will, you know, just hit me up, send me a message. Again, you can just hit me up there. But we're going to go ahead and get back to some poetry. And in fact, I think we lost her for a little bit. I was so concerned. I was like, oh no, what happened? We missed her poetic presence. We can't have an open mic without the poetic presence with the ENCE and presence with the ENCNTS with Patty. Okay, I'm not gonna spell right now. This isn't a spelling bee. Patty is in the house. Guess who's back? Patty's back. Patty, take it away. Do your thing.
Okay, just gonna jump in. Hey, 3 pieces. New shit, all new pieces.
New shit.
New shit. Okay, first piece.
Woo!
For all those stuck avoiding movement in quicksand and still sinking. To the voice that tells you to hush when all the parts of you beg you to scream. To the voice that says you're not enough, that the height to write this right is far higher than you are, but life still throws you out there anyway. To the fighter that never threw one punch, but still is fighting. To the bloodshed on the floor as the fingernails on the wall. To all of this and much, much more. To believing in anything but yourself. For knowing the sun and its shine, but having no light to weather the cold. A life unlived is a life not lived. Hush, hush. To a voice that claims to be yours, but is not. It's not the splash. It's not the power. It's you. Be that you. Okay, first one. Okay, second piece. New day, same shit from yesterday. Same mustard stain from 20 washes later. Same broken nail that gets caught in the lining of the mustard stained t-shirt. Same nail that gets caught in the trouble of an ongoing mistake that's repeated. Same crack on the sidewalk that breaks my mother's back. Same thread that comes undone every time I enter the same arm, nail first, into the same mustard stained t-shirt. Same number of rinses, same mustard stain in, same mustard stain out. Same undone thread on the carpet floor. Days later, same thread, the vacuum refuses to vacuum. Same thread I curse as I walk out the door. Same vacuum vacuuming things they won't vacuum. Same mustard bottle in the fridge that caused the mustard stained t-shirt to come undone on the bedroom floor. Same room that I come undone, curled inside the lining of a million threads that come together to cover me whole. Mustard stained t-shirt in the corner, in the stain of my heart and the absence of your arms covering me whole. Mustard and you. Two things the extra rinse cycle won't wash out, won't remove whole. Reminder, never eat mustard again. Reminder, never fall feet first into the curve of the arc of the art and forever. Mustard claims heart's whole. Mustard stained my heart where the tag says machine wash not recommended. Washers don't remove mustard stains either way. No small pieces in the rinse cycle either. Mustard stain on the mustard stained t-shirt. New day, same mustard stain from days later. And second piece. Okay, third one, and that's it. I'm constantly starving in your arms, constantly craving a touch that craves to be unfelt, constantly touching the skin on my lips to see if I can still feel beyond the bliss of what was once your kiss. How have you not seen the dragging of my limbs that you constantly crave, constantly inconsistent type of love that is unloved but waited to be loved on? How have you said I do when not even the pastor bows his own head? How have you held my hand when you hold that of another that isn't my own? And we run to quench a thirst left unquenched while the faucet runs and the tiles flood. The flood beneath our feet grows and yet you still don't quite let go. Don't swim to the countertops, don't say how unloved we love. Love is lust, love is hate, love is a home to be not a home. I'm constantly starving while in the hold of your arms. She was right, we both don't fit on the bed frame. One of us was always meant to drown. That's it.
Awesome. That's not it. That's
Patty,
everything.
damn.
Come on, Patty.
Damn, Patty.
That's not it. That's everything.
Just like
Yeah.
leaves
So
everyone just like stunned, right?
You're such a heavy
Yes,
pen,
yes.
Patty.
there you go.
Wow.
Such a
Just
heavy
cuts the
pen.
cord and
Damn.
says that's
Ray,
it.
wow.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Make
So
some love.
good.
Show some love. Oh yeah.
So
Fuck,
good.
the mustard. The mustard.
That's my
She's driving
favorite.
in
That
your
shit was
head.
ridiculous. That
I
was
would have
awesome.
said coarse grained yellow, the
Ooh,
yellow, like yellow, yellow, yellow,
oh,
yellow
damn,
mustard,
yeah.
like the dingy
We all
yellow.
know that, right?
Not
We all know that.
inverted, it's still fucking there, right?
Okay, so
Right.
so Patty,
Sorry.
Patricia, Orozco,
So exciting.
Patty, how can we connect with you?
Oh my God. Sorry, so nervous. Thank you. Patty's _poetic_life.
Hell yeah, awesome. You got it down. You got it down to the science. Perfect. Let me hold. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Patty. You're such a huge part of this too. I want you to know that. Okay, it's awesome seeing everyone like do their stuff and grow and everything. All right. Awesome. And then also look at that chat. There's a lot of cool chat stuff going on the Zoom chat. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Elemental out of Bay Area, California. Yo, Elemental, are you still with us? Let me see. You're still with us, man.
Absolutely. What's happening?
Welcome
man?
back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you again. How are you?
Good, man. How y'all doing? What's happening? What's happening?
Do your thing, man.
All right. I got a couple of pieces for y'all, man. It's all brand new stuff, man, from collection that I'm working on. So bear with me. All right. It's the first time that I'm breathing life into these pieces. So I got a couple.
Brand new shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's kind of like love shit, but not really. But here we go. Lost in pictures, trying to taste those memories one more time. It's a swamp filled with the most violent nightmares demons would kill for, choking you with every piercing thought of these were the days when I was so sure, again, that this was the moment, squeezing galaxies into this earth and calling it joy, leaving myself behind to make room for this earth to evolve and continental drift into a permanent fixture in my atlas of life. Found the coordinates to my destiny once I deciphered the Morse code in her pulse with a stubble-filled staccato leading me to the treasure buried in the catacombs of once upon a time, locked in the highest tower, guarded by a dragon better known as failure. I almost loved her with all my might for the rest of my life until I became the dragon's wings.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
This whole love thing. I am not a love poet, man. So this is like raw scar, you know what I mean? Rip the bandage type thing. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Seriously. And here's the second one. Whew. I wish I could lie to you. Wish I could tell you every morning I started my day with a warm cup of her and a spoonful of life. Just the right temperature like baby formula to soothe me into the lullaby that was, this is not what I dreamed these days would be. She lit up my insides like cherry cola crashing against the jagged pop rocks off the border of the sugar rush she was to my every waking moment. Her love sounded like utensils scraping pots and pans, mixing timeless classics like DJs, beat juggling roux and sauces, soups and croquettes, puckered her lips with the perfect density to kiss life into my life and snatch the air from my lungs, said, you are the reason, you are the bane in this marvelous universe we've created called home, behind the closed door of abuse. How dare you? Fix your lips to curse the moon, controller of tides, giver of life in the unforgiving night that was your loneliness. Keeper of the butterflies that flooded my psyche at the slightest sound of discontent or disapproval, I retreated, finding safety in the four-cornered cages of devices and invisible boundaries, moving on eggshells, dodging landmines called staring at television characters. All you do is work on breaking down our communication while doing nothing to fix the damage you cause from being a damaged person. How dare you attempt to live your life without me? Attempt to take a breath without the expressed written consent from your end all to be all. She said, get in this bed, love me like you're supposed to, despite not knowing how to love yourself or anyone else successfully. Appreciate you, folks. Appreciate
yes, sir.
y'all.
Yes, sir. Dig it, man. I love it. I love it. I love the background. Love the whole vibe. So how can we connect with you, man? People who have not heard you before.
You can find me on IG, man, Elemental the Poet. You can catch my videos on YouTube, Elemental the Poet. I'm also on Twitter at Elemental. Appreciate y'all, man. Straight up.
For all of that, is Elemental is T replaced with a 2? Is how it goes?
You got it, man.
I dig it. I dig it. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for spitting your stuff. Yo,
appreciate you.
Unmute yourselves. Make some noise for Elemental right now.
Woo! Awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You guys are awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cool. Next up, Hold on, wait. My watch says 11:11. 11:11. Make a wish. But also, it's about time to be midnight. Because next up, we got Midnight, the poet, in the house. Phil, I told you I was gonna introduce it that way. Midnight. Make some noise.
Midnight in the building.
Midnight.
Midnight.
Open mic.
Yo, first off, my the organization that I founded, Poetry 719. This Friday we're doing a new shit open mic. I don't know how to put things in the chat like pictures and all that crap, so I'm gonna have to send that to all of y'all individually. You know, my bad, but I'll get it there. Trust. I had to pull out an old poem today for somebody who I work with, because she got three daughters, and the conversation was crazy. So I'm gonna do an old piece, 2 haikus, because you know I like my haiku, and then I'll do a piece that I recently did. Let's go. I know of no particular age one matures from this to that. From there I was, and here I am now. But she was 36, proud to announce herself as a ride or die bitch. But here's the kicker. She wanted to get to know me better. You see, bitch by definition is a female dog. When used in slang dialect, it's supposed to keep a bitch in check. So I suggest you use it properly. Bitch, the sound is a noun. To bitch or bitchy, adjective or verb. But if you ask me, disgusting whenever referred. But she was 36, proud to announce herself as a ride or die bitch. Now, we often hear it in songs. Snap, finger, tap, feet, memorizing the lyrics. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. You see, in this line, it refers to the canine, but this line is never rejected because calling a woman a bitch is often accepted. I know another artist that uses the word 37 times in her rhyme and says that as a compliment to a woman that does her own thing, doesn't need a man, gets money any which way that she can. I know people that do the same thing. I call them my friends. 2 of them in particular are my sisters, so I call them by their names. Now that's similar to the word nigga, because some people figure if you spell or pronounce it different, it will carry a different meaning. How the meaning? So it makes me wonder, if one day I should ever have a daughter, what will people be inclined to call her? Or will she put them in their place, reminding them the things that daddy taught her? So at the age of 36, I won't introduce her. No one will dare call her daddy's little bitch. And that's that first one.
Yes, 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 yes.
Rip that.
Yes, damn it.
Way to go. Father of
Hey,
a daughter. No bitch.
I have a belief system why one of the reasons I write a lot of haiku. I have a belief system that to really complete a poem, you write a haiku to it. That's that bookend. So think about that. You complete it. If you could, and see, that's another reason why I don't introduce, I never introduce the title of my poems. I never do. Because one, you're always going to take away or should take away a line that resonates with you. So if you give a title to a poem, it diverts the audience's mind from what the poem might be about. And if they get that one line, it's more memorable and it sticks. So, like I said, bookend a poem, do a haiku. No more orange guy. Back to normal racism. We shall overcome.
Hold on. He said no more orange guy. Go on.
Back to normal racism. Yeah, man.
Hands up, down on knee. Cop says stop. Stop resisting. Sounds of a gunshot. So now here's the relevant bookend the poem to the relevant bookend to that haiku. And this is a piece I just wrote this week. I mean, for 2021. Not haiku. This not a haiku. Yes, that was 5, but I need more lines and syllables to create this visual. Traffic stop, few cops, another black man shot. Cedar and 36, Minneapolis. And this is not about George Floyd, because that was last year, May 25th. And last year is just a curse word to me. I don't give a 2020. This is not a haiku. Brand new. Already this year, too, only on 2021 day 2. Although repetitive, redundant, bet you haven't heard of this incident. Knowing that in due time, updates will go amiss. Just renewed protests and civil unrest. Having lived there for 13 years of my life, I can see clearly this memory. Flags sway the company emblem in red, white, and blue. Perhaps a symbol of what America do. Holiday gas station, where another black life was cut short. And trust between police and community wavers back to the lack of transparency. A mile away from what happened last year in the month of May. The only difference, the degrees of winter temperature. This could not have been condensed into a haiku. The start of this year, only day 2. It's like last year's review. Already you and I create foregone conclusions that for the officers in questions, for them, the gavel will never be hit.
Damn, man. Yes, yes. Make some noise.
Yeah, man.
Midnight.
Yeah, man.
Midnight.
Midnight Poet.
Midnight.
00.
Come through,
God
Midnight.
damn
Come
it.
through,
Night
man.
on the open
Yes.
Put up, put up.
Thank you.
It's also a lesson how you take a poem and the haiku. I wrote the haiku first before I wrote the poem, but that's the bookend or the expansion of the haiku to create a poem behind it, around it.
Yeah. I dig that. That's really cool, man. I gotta feature you. I got a bunch of projects that I'm starting in 2021. So I'd love to hit you up to do a feature. A lot of you guys actually. So stay tuned. If we're connected, I'm gonna hit you up at some point throughout the year to do we're doing cool little 2-minute, 3-minute videos, showcases and knowledge sharing, because it doesn't have to just be academia. We want to share knowledge for everyone. So I'm gonna do it to be almost like a platform to do that. So I'll hit you up. But really quick, for people who are seeing you for the first time, because believe it, people on YouTube are like, "What? Who's this guy?" How can they connect with you or see your stuff and follow what you're doing?
Midnight Poet 00 on SoundCloud, IG, midnightpoet00.com, Facebook, Philip J. Curtis. I think that's it. I don't remember. Midnight Poet 00. That's the hook. Just go on social media and that'll pop me. That's it.
Yeah. If you find one thing, you'll find the other things eventually. That's the thing. So find the thread. Find a single thread of connection and pull on it, and it will take you to beautiful places often. So I dig it. Phil, love you, man. I'm glad I love it when everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna share something. Hell yeah. It's been a great night. We're at 11:20. We're almost at 3-hour show. I love it. We're almost done. We got a couple more. And we have an after party. So if you don't know, one of the things we do here that I think is maybe unique from every other place is after we end the online show, we just stick around and chat for as long as we need to. Honestly, I've stuck around until 6 a.m. in the morning the next day just like we're talking, we're chatting, we're venting, we're letting stuff out, we're connecting, we're sharing stuff, we're asking questions, we're talking about food, we're talking about poetry, literature, just like our passions, and it's awesome. We've done karaoke, a little bit of everything. So if you want to be part of that, just join us in the future. If you guys are in the Zoom chat, stick around and we can hang out a little bit afterwards. But right now we got a couple more people, so I'm gonna call up. Looking at the list, I got Nico up next. Nico, Mr. Nico Silva.
I am here.
Awesome. And you are not related to Jeremy Silva. Just to
I don't think
just to let
so.
Dan know. No, because he always says hi. He always says hi. Say hi to Jeremy, but Jeremy's another guy with the last name Silva. So Nico, take it away, man.
Okay, definitely. So I guess changing the, maybe not emotion, but changing the gear. I guess I wanted to perform a recipe as a poem. Starters and sides. Asperagi alla Milanese. 30 stalks asparagus. 1 ounce Parmigiano Reggiano, finely grated. 7 tablespoons unsalted butter. 6 to 12 large eggs. 6 for a starter or 12 for a main dish. Sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. If the asparagus stalks are thick, peel them lightly with a peeler to halfway down their length. Bring a large lidded pot fitted with a steamer insert containing about 1 inch of water over medium-high heat to a boil. Add the asparagus and steam for 8 to 10 minutes, depending on their thickness, or until the stalks cook through but remain al dente. Remove from the heat. Drain and individually plate the asparagus, counting 5 stalks per person. Generously cover the lower half of the asparagus with the Parmigiano Reggiano. In a small pan over medium heat, melt 5 tablespoons of the butter until very hot. Pour it over the Parmigiano Reggiano and asparagus, melting the cheese. In a pan over medium-high heat, melt the remaining butter. As soon as the butter starts bubbling, add the eggs in batches, taking care not to crowd them, and fry them. Repeat until all of the eggs have been fried. Remove from the heat. Place the cooked eggs on top of the asparagus. Season with sea salt and black pepper and serve hot. Note, this dish is the Milanese variation of asperagi alla parmigiana, which is prepared without the eggs. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Woo! Can I have the recipe?
Nice, man.
Yeah, man. That's the recipe right there.
I
know
love
that's
that
right. That was
poem out of a
so
recipe,
unique.
man. It's making
I was
poetry
looking
for
in
your
my
soul, man. I
cabinet.
love it.
Shoot.
Yeah, right. Next time you gotta be like, all right, everyone, bring out your pens and your paper because I'm about to spit a recipe, like it's poetry. All right, you ready? Write it down. Write it down.
Right.
You know, honestly, I was thinking about it and I was like, I just wanted to read something, but I didn't want to read like my work. So I was like, let me just read a recipe. But obviously you have to do the no oil vegan version, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, man. I dig it. That sounded so sarcastic. Like, yeah, man, definitely do your thing, man. I dig it. Okay. Nico, how can we connect with you and link up with your genius? Because you do some interesting things, man, in the health
So
field. And
Ratatouille the musical was all me. Just kidding. I have a TikTok, but I haven't actually used it. And I'm thinking of destroying Facebook, not like the actual thing, but my own Facebook. Instagram, I have Nico Silva social worker, or Nico Silva SW for Instagram, and that's basically it. I don't think I necessarily want to be like on social media as much because I'm doing a lot of projects right now. So I appreciate all the love that BWOMS gives, and you get to receive it, give it, all that stuff. So thanks so much.
For sure, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you listen in. I'm glad you tune in. I'm glad you participate. And you're one of the more like postmodern. I always say like postmodern performers because you like, all right, I'm gonna read a recipe. All right, I'm gonna share some images. All right, here's a course listing for a course I love, and which it's super cool. Like it's just about sharing knowledge and information, really. So,
But definitely, it's a reconceptualization and performance of a recipe as a poem.
exactly. That'd be a good writing prompt, actually, like a recipe for something. So, all right, let's see. Who do we have left? We have some people who I have on the list. We had about 3 or 4 people not show up, but I think we've had a really good night, a really full night of performances. And again, if you want to revisit this, you should totally just go on YouTube, Barbed Wire Open Mic series on YouTube, Barbed Wire Open Mic. You can just look it up for the date, and it's a database for all this to happen tonight. Shout out to everyone on the chat. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in all the time. Even if you don't perform, like there's people who listen in and like are very, you guys are part of this too. Like we can't, it's like A and B, like it's the whole cycle, the conversation. All right. So before we end the night, I'm gonna share a couple pieces and then I'll bring up our closer, and the closer, but I'm gonna share a couple pieces before that.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So this is actually pretty recent. I wrote it yesterday. New shit? You can say new shit. Say some new shit.
Hey, Richie, what about me?
Dan, you're last. Remember, you're the honorary performer to go last.
Oh shoot!
I'm gonna open for you. Okay? Can I do that? I'm gonna open for you. So get ready. Get ready. You're next. You're after me. All right. Cool. So yesterday, a couple of poets from this area, we tried a brand new it's a new kind of take on a writing workshop where we bring in some poems, talk about it, and then just discuss it, kind of like a class, like a seminar, like a forum. We talked about it. We talked about some of the elements of the poem, and then we wrote a little bit. And it was cool. We had some cool attendance for the very first time. I think we're gonna keep doing some more. It was with Phil was there. We had a couple peeps there. Like I ran it so. Shout out to Liz Liano, aka the Lizard King out of Las Cruces. She's an awesome poet. She's been featured at BWOMS a couple times. She has not been on my podcast, but I'm gonna get her on the podcast so we can learn more about her and her work. It was also featuring Celia Aguilar, who's been here a couple of times. I was part of it, and of course, poet Conrad's Fire. And we each talked about we just chose like 2 poems. We talked about them, broke them down. And so we might do some more. So if you're interested in the feature, like just if you follow any of us, we'll probably post about it. We'll try and figure out a way to make it more communal and all that. But this is the poem I wrote, super raw, unedited, super short. This is from yesterday, new piece. Parecen pajaritos. My abuelita joked to my mother as they watched my brother and I run around, hop around, and play, just learning how to run or barely how to stand in the case of my younger brother. She was the first to go. At least in my own lifetime, I was in 2nd grade when I first learned that we don't have forever. I still remember her hospital bed and I remember how cold everything was, especially the bed and her hands. In my 30s, I'm still struggling to remember her quirks, her mannerisms. She liked to joke. We had an inside joke, but I forgot it. Sometimes images of her flicker and glimmer in my aging mother. I make sure to share a joke. All right, so there's that one. Super short. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna edit that one a little bit. But if you haven't seen me before, I do some stuff with the vocal looper, Reggie Watts style. If you don't know about Reggie Watts, he's one of my musical and creative heroes. He just he works with loops and singing and stuff. So this one's called From Stardust to We Must. All right, that might be a better sound. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Yo. Sucking over notebooks and midnight scribbles, imbibing to use the muse of these melancholy hues. And gibberish written have the right to choose. Love over lust, trust over rust, from stardust to we must freedom now and forever, forever. For if words can hurt, they can also heal. As a lover of language, it was revealed. We sling the linguistic freeform storm, born in the synapses, see synopsis, hospice, we got this. Yeah, you know how we get getting wicked with that beat and the melody. Remedy for the music, the movement, the moment, we know this intelligence and elegance, simply what we own this. Come to you now with that boom beat. Cause we want justice, we want it now. Ain't no time for clowning around. So gather your people and march in your town, let them learn and journey for something with meaning, what's seething. If you're angry about the world, keep it coming, keep it coming. If you're angry about the world, keep it coming, keep it coming. Let them hear you roar, let them feel you more. Strike your foot down, raise your fist up, point it to the sky and fly. Up, 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 up in the way for like outside the head that we meant to now roar. As we come around the bend once more. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It's a whirlwind of emotion. Pick up your pen and catch the swirl of cotton candy cacophonies of chaos and cosmos. Juxtaposed of perpendicular, polyrhythmic, multisyllabic, tragic, nomadic, interdimensional beings, the supreme sound and silence of light, energy, and hesitation. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Sunken over notebooks and midnight scribbles, imbibing to muse the muse of these melancholy hues, and gibberish writ will have the right to choose. Love over lust, trust over rust, from stardust to we must, freedom now and forever. All right, cool. That's one of my song poems that I do often. And I'm going to end with a cover before I bring up our awesome last poet. Thank you guys for the love. Awesome for listening. This is a cover. I've done this once at a bar, which is really fun to do. And I have not done or practiced it since. So it might be a mess, but okay, here we go. We are live. We're doing it. All right. Something's about a looper. If you've never used the vocal looper, you have to be perfect with it. It is what you think it is, Kit. They fell upon us softly, leaves rustling around landmines, a blade buried in wet soil, starving for the essence of our love. They enveloped us. First, a few haunted homes on the outskirts of town, then into proud city itself, then spreading like a spilled can of burgundy paint across the map, swallowing appetites attached to talons, blue-white fangs in children's mouths. Wine always escapes its cup, one way or another. We should have seen it coming, but when they appeared, pale and shrieking on the horizon, the might of 10,000 years of cups and dishes and goblets shattered, and the spill drowned every dream ever dreamt. But you. I found you, treading water regardless, as invincible as canned food and 2x4s. I found you, exploding, brimstone on your lips, tattooed with a fury as warm as the sun used to be. I found you, beautiful, shaved head, Kevlar, bare hands, clubs inside your leg bones. I still remember how the ghost of a smile flickered across your eyes when you leaned in close and whispered to me, "Take the shotgun." I want the fireman's axe. I want to feel it. I want to feel them beneath it. I knew then that I wanted to be with you for whatever forever had left. Knew that we were to share an ancient love, a love bonded with flint and bone, that our skulls now carried with them a shining new darkness, twin oblivions monogrammed his and hers. Our first date. Fireballing through hordes of the undead, dull silver eyes and ragged hands reaching, screams bisected, every gunshot a climax, every swing of the axe a bedroom's liquid whisper. In the blackness, I smelled your humanity and I aimed in the opposite direction. Love, warm and grasping, splashed against the walls. Love splashed onto our bodies. Love splashing inside of us defiantly. And I found you in the smoking chaos. Our shoulder blades kissed. There may have come a day when the sun burst forth from the spider's belly to smile upon this world again. And there may come a day when love can be represented by poetry and romantic comedies and candlelight dinners. Again, when it can be held soft and round in the palm of a child's hand. But it is not on us to build that world. It is not on us to survive this one. Ours is not a love song sprouted from redemption, hope, or even longing, but it is a love song. Sing it under your breath. Sharpen it every morning. If you should fall, I swear I'll come for you. Two barrels erupting as one, as aluminum baseball bats strapped to my back, a pocket full of hand grenades, singing, pins already pulled. All right, that was Love in the Time of Zombies, aka The Spill by the poet Guante.
Nice, man. Nice, man.
That's one of my favorites to perform at the Looper because I can like create like a whole zombie apocalypse out of this. Which you guys were like, what is that? This is weird. I'm signing out. I'm logging out now. But yeah, it's fun to work with that. I got a couple more. But for now, I think we might end this open. We might end this open mic. It's the man who needs to change his smoke detector. The man with the master plan, Dan the man. Yo, Oh wait, should I do his song too? I have a song for
Yes,
Dan the
please.
Man. I forgot. Yeah.
Where's
Okay.
my-
Yeah. I got the looper. And I always do this too. If you're not familiar,
Get on.
the dance come marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. The dance come marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. And next we got he's Dan the Man with the master plan. He's got Dan on the show, on the mic. It's your turn. All right,
Hello.
take it away, Dan.
Thank you. Well, excuse me. Nacho cheese Doritos. I'm about to drink my Pepsi.
Hey man, we're not sponsored by any of these things, man. Turn those around.
Yeah. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year. And well, as you know, I know the New Year begins, but we don't know. I know it's still on the rough start, but because we're still under the COVID-19, if you know what I mean. So, well, yeah. And first off, Christine, I love the performance. Thank you. Oh, Sam, I want that book. I want to buy that book. All right. Coming soon. I'll appreciate it. The rest, everybody, those, oh, beautiful. You guys are great. What a way to start a year. What a way to start a new year of BWOMS 2021. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're going to see what will fold, wait and see in 2021. Okay, this is the title. Okay. Well, we've entered a new year. Never fear. A new decade is here. Oh, wait. A new decade was here. Well, I said that last year in January. I already said that. Crap. Well, last year, 2020 was a tough year, and a new year just entered, 2021. We're still in the middle of the pandemic. That fiddle was paused and panicked. We lost a lot of people. That was what was last year and was living in fear. All right, hold on a second. Oh, okay, hold on a second. We lost a lot of people last year and that's a pandemic we still fear. And this year we cannot lose we cannot lose any more lives, because this year we gotta start getting in gear. Keep on wearing, keep on whatever it takes to dodge the COVID-19 so we can, so we get out of that. So keen. It's the beginning of the year. We still live in fear. Don't panic. We're still under the pandemic. We need to get everything in gear to dodge this pandemic. The darkest days is approaching. Follow the ways of the CDC. We still got to overcome those days of the pandemic. Like I said last year, but this year is different. A new year, we need to see and hear. Like right now, it's a place to be, but we don't know what the future will hold. Well, same we see, not all we see. All can't tell what the future will hold. Maybe something good. Well, I don't know. Maybe something bad. Well, we're still under the pandemic. Maybe the best. I don't know. Maybe something worse. Well, we gotta stop. We gotta put a stop to this worse. Yeah. Unknown the fold, how long time will last. A bell chime, we don't know. Still, we have to fear a new year is here. COVID-19 still here. We can't tell. We can't let we don't know how long this pandemic will stick around. Still a long road ahead of us. Yeah, it's minus plus. Well, We can't tell. We can't let this pandemic stall. We want to put an end to this COVID-19 once and for all. Like I said, we just entered the new year, 2021. We got to pray for this year, 2021. We want to see next year or two, well, 2022 or 2023. We're praying for those years so we can survive this, so we can still see the next years or maybe the next decade or two or three. We have to wait and see. Yeah, so. What do you think, Richie?
Woo!
I think that your smoke detector is trying to tell you that that was fire.
Not again. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I just want to let you know. Yeah, next, I'm gonna do some covers next week, so I'll let you know. And a 25th birthday tribute is coming, so I will keep you posted. Okay. All right, and I'll explain who that is on the part at the after party. Yeah. So. Okay, guys. Let me show you. Hang on. Let me show you something. Hey, Richie, I need to share this.
What?
Okay, I got this. Hold on.
Yeah, man, go for it. Can I play your theme song while you do it? Dan sharing the screen. Oh, look at that. It's a nice card. Dan the Man's Weekly. So you don't feel so feebly. Dan the Man, Tennessee. So you can see his card on the table. He spits no lies. He spits no fables. Right here on YouTube. You can search the title and watch, man. Let me check it. Okay, you do it. You do it. Fine. Go for it.
All right. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Find it on Facebook. Find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe it. The hashtag Dan the Man's Weekly. Oh, and one last thing. Did anyone see my slideshows parts 1, 2, and 3? Anybody?
Nah, not yet.
Part 2 and part 3 covers.
How do we find it? I don't even know how to find it. Oh, you just shared the card about it. Yeah, my bad.
I posted on the El Paso Mike group on Facebook.
Oh,
You didn't.
I missed it.
You know what? I'll send it to you. I'll text it to you, and I'll send it to you. Each and every one of you. Sounds okay? Yeah, it covers the stay-at-home open mic from April to last December. Yeah, parts 2 and parts 3, and parts 1 covers the the Black Organ Lounge and the station. The first just days. It was not long before the COVID-19 came along, and yeah. So part 1 covers January through March. Part 2 covers April through August, and part 3 covers September to December. So, all right, guys. So I'll send it to each and every one of you by DM, by Messenger. I'll text it to you, whatever it takes. All right, you know what to do. All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you next Monday. Back to you, Richie. Thanks, Richie. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fire.
All right, yeah. That was Dan. That was, everyone knows it was Dan the Man. Dan the Man. Okay, all right, cool.
Thank you, Richie. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Maybe we might have a bonus. I see Mr. Grown Man Speed fire there on the video. Do you want to end the night with a little something? I see you there. Okay, cool. I saw you turn on your video, which means like you want to share. So, guys, last of the night, let's make some noise for fire, Mr. Grown Man Speed.
Let's go, big man.
What's up, folks? How's the family? Richie, check this out.
Nice.
I was sitting here playing with these pens, these paint pens that I bought during this COVID thing. So Something real short and kind of old from February of last year. Me, myself, and I. I've been told I'm a prickly pear, more like porcupine and not a teddy bear, although I'm cuddly and gentle, like an ominous moon shining so brightly while hiding behind the clouds. I don't give bad hugs. See, I've embraced silence so much so my poems appear in sign language isn't my specialty because I'm seen way before I sing a note or speak a word. I don't ever sing out loud. In public, I'm seen as a grizzly, these fangs and talons retracted, reluctantly hidden from sight. That depends on how you're acting. Up until the point in time you get to know me really well, then you'll surely realize I'm simply a fully grown teddy bear with some sharp ass claws. Remember, never ever expose your weaponry too soon. Acting out as an action of spite, except for moments of self preservation, then obviously it's fight or flight. I'm a bear on the inside. I'm a bear on the outside too. Believe me when I say, the one that you get to see, it totally depends upon you. The end.
Nice, man.
I appreciate that, brother.
Nice, very nice.
Appreciate you. Oh, should I go with the formalities already? Yeah, you can reach me. You can find me on some Facebook. On Facebook, Gregory Speed Senior. You can find me on Instagram, Grown Man Speed.
Oh, could you type in the messenger?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Thanks, my man.
Instagram, Grown Man Speed. I got books on Amazon. I got t-shirts at the house, and I will drop the links and all that stuff in the chat. And thank you, Richie. I appreciate the opportunity.
Love it, man. Love it. I'm glad that you get to spit some stuff. So he's got books, he's got merch, and you don't even have to search that far. You just look up Gregory Speed. Yeah, look that up online. Hit him up, and yeah, hit him for books, merch, all that good stuff. Thank you, man. Thank you. Cool. You guys are all. You guys killed it tonight. I think we went a little longer than we usually do. Now that I think about it, but I think we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream now. For everyone who has tuned in onto YouTube, if you guys can just again leave a comment. Who did you like? What like lines stuck with you? What poems? Like make sure to like the video, share it with your poetry loving peeps. We had a bunch of cool stuff tonight. We're gonna be back next Monday. We're here every Monday. So if you want to follow Stay at Home Open Mic, just if you want to support, that's my info right there. Anything goes to this. I've been able to buy a green screen and cool stuff with that. But follow the Barbed Wire Open Mic series online. Shout out to everyone who was here tonight and performed. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. Denise, like we missed you tonight so much. Like your poetry like does so much for this event, and we missed it. But I'm glad that you tuned in still. And Andres and Sandy, everyone who always tunes in and like gives some awesome that's so important too to have. So if you guys want to unmute and like make some noise, as we end the night, like everyone killed it. Make some noise to show some love to everyone who performed tonight.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who performed tonight.
Yeah.
Much love to all the poets, man. All the poets.
Thank you.
All the music. Appreciate the Beethoven.
Thank you.
Much love tonight. Much love tonight. Much love.
Woo!
Yeah.
I love the poetic energy. Woo!
See you next
I love
Monday.
it.
Yeah.
Sustain it, right? Sustained by we'll be back next Monday, as Dan the man said. So for our live stream on YouTube, I'm gonna say goodbye. We're gonna start our after party. If you guys don't know, after every open mic, we stick around. We don't end the show. We end the live stream, but we hang out for a little bit. Whoever wants to hang around for as long as we need to. So for the live stream and the open mic, my name is Rich. I will see you guys next time.